Why, though?
Terry, let me...
Yes. Oh.
I asked you. I was pretty horny. Now,
That's really horny.
Terry, and very bored. Now, Terry.
Yes.
Jeez. Miss Kitty still up there?
She is.
Let me tell you this. Pasty Dave's a 31-year-old virgin. Let me just say this. If he were to just ride up there, have sex with her today, and just call it a day, I would sit here and say, you know what? It took him 31 years. But, boy, did he get off the schneid in a big fashion. Because let me tell you, Miss Kitty is pretty freaking hot. She's got that hot look that I think every guy would appreciate. She doesn't have this kind of look that a certain guy would like, and she's this guy's type but not this guy's type. You're black, you're white, you're red, whatever, big, tall, fat, thin. You're going to like Miss Kitty, I think. I don't think there's going to be a select kind of guy out there that's going to be like, she's not for me. She's not my type. I don't think she's pretty at all.
If you like women, you like her.
She's a universal pretty.
She is.
As long as you're just not anti-Asian, which most guys are the opposite.
Okay.
Most guys, especially these days, have Asianitis. Yeah. Oh, believe me, if you have Asianitis, you're all over the Miss Kitty thing.
It's more of a session these days than it is anything.
But even if you don't have Asianitis, you're going to probably... to definitely think Miss Kitty is anywhere from very cute to way hot.
Yeah.
/ looking obviously naughty in her own little innocent way, Terry.
She wants it.
Posted up on Terry Cam. Now, if Pasty Dave were to roll up there, get buzzed in.
Yeah, I'm here today.
Get buzzed in.
And just call it a day.
It didn't work. Try it again. You buzz it again.
That would make me think, oh, wow, it took him 31 years to have sex, but boy... he got it rolling in a big-time fashion. Now, is Pasty Dave the type to just, if she gave him clearance, Terry, just head up there, just walk into her apartment, say, like, I don't even want to know your real name, just throw her down and have sex with her and leave, or what? Well, it would be consensual. She would be totally on board with it, right? That's almost what she's alluding to right now. That she is on board with it if he's wanting to make it happen, right or wrong.
She's alluding to that. Sure, when you type in flip it to your...
She said flip it. When I gave the question, when I threw it out there, she responded by saying flip it, which tells me that she's on board, Pasty, with you making the trek over to her spot, tell you don't even want to know her real name, throw her up against the wall, take it down, and move on with your life. Now that I threw it out there in that fashion, Terry, I could already answer the question. That is absolutely not his style. It's something he's not even... If I were to give him $50,000
oh, wow.
as inspiration to do this, he couldn't pull it off because it's not his style.
Right.
Come on.
I agree.
I'd probably do it to Pacey for
I think it would be uncomfortable for him.
I don't think he would know how to go about the process of just, in a nameless, faceless fashion, throwing a girl up against a wall.
How hard is it? You're throwing a breath mint.
But that's just not him, as he's pointed out.
Squirt a cologne on the undercarriage and move on. Go, get her.
A pasty.
Little Drakkar Noir underneath the sack. Never hurt anyone.
As a matter of fact, it helps a lot of people. Pasty. She's pretty much giving clearance on you making the journey over there and doing exactly what we just described. Is this something that you're interested in, yes or no?
Miss Kitty, if that was offered to me,
yes,
my opinion of her would go down considerably.
Oh my gosh, he has to say it like that. On top of not just being able to say no, instead of saying no, he has to like make her feel bad about wanting to have casual little, I admire the big radio guy kind of sex.
I just read What a Puss on the Terry Cam chat room.
Beyond that, you know, the person who wrote that is writing an understatement.
They're doing a disservice to real pusses?
It would, yeah. Okay. They're insulting pusses.
All right, just checking.
You are just out of control with this kind of language.
It's the truth.
It would make my opinion of her go down. That's the whole point. You don't need to have opinions of one another. That's what I'm talking about. Opinions need not apply.
You should see the chat room is going crazy. Man up.
The whole point of the situation is there's no opinions needed. You just head up there.
I need a good opinion.
Tell your business. Walk out. Everyone's happy. She's happy. You're happy. The world's happy.
Hey, I'm here to have sex. I'm going to need to see your college degree.
But I couldn't help but bring my opinions.
I'm going to need a Social Security card and a driver's license. Make sure you're not an upstanding citizen, you know.
Yeah, actually, she looks like she may be underage, Terry. And you know I'm going to roll over on Pasty at the trial.
Oh, that he'd probably like.
Is she over 18 years of age? Ask her that.
She is. I already know.
How
She's
old
22.
is she? She's a 22-year-old woman.
Yes.
The only people are logging on to Terry Cam right now just to get a glimpse of her.
Oh, my gosh.
And absolutely worth the trip, by the way.
It is.
And if you don't know how to get to Terry Cam, all you got to do is go to the tmanshow.com and see this Asian beauty posted up there.
With
just
her friend.
Sitting there with her friend, just obviously crying out one message and one message only, and that's how bad they need it.
People are going off.
How bad they want it!
Single guy.
How bad they have to have it!
Oh, man.
And Pasty's letting them know how every second that passes by, his opinion of them is going lower and lower.
Yeah, I'm probably going to take a pass today, dude. Thanks. I got some things to do at the house, Sit around, touch yourself for 2 hours.
Lots of
errands, man. I go to the smoke shop.
Well, the most action she may get today may be right on her wing there, Terry.
Right.
Maybe, since so many people are logging on right now, we shouldn't let them down and let that little friend of hers there get all up in this natural chest that she described earlier as part of her everyday state of being, Terry. Is that something she wants to have at right now on Terry Cam or what? What are those two girls about to do? Are they about to do anything? Are they ready to... Because obviously Pasty ain't about to travel one step in their direction. He's got better things to do.
Yeah, I got errands, dude. I don't want to hump a hot chick. I'd rather have do errands. I'm good.
31-year-old virgin and no signs of anything changing in this lifetime, Terry.
I mean, he's like reached the complete state of nirvana and bliss. Like he's solved the meaning of life. He's happy. He's completely at peace with himself.
He is. He's good
without
where he's
having
at.
to violate women.
Right.
In any way. I mean, he's like a happy
I don't
guy.
necessarily agree with that.
Really?
I think he's a very confused man. I'm not saying with his identity.
Sexuality?
I'm not saying with his sexuality or his identity. I'm saying he's just confused in what it takes to do. I think he would love to do what I just described. And that's drive up there, throw her up against a wall, take it down. She's happy, and because she's happy, there's no reason to feel guilty. He's happy. You walk out of there and move on with your life. Everyone's taken care of.
Right.
And I think he would love it.
And he doesn't. Why again?
He doesn't because it's just not in his system right now. It's not something you can't just... Yeah, how driving a car seems second nature to everyone.
Right.
But the first time you drove a car, you were nervous.
Right.
And you were
Awkward.
You didn't know what all these... How much of a turning of the steering wheel needs to take place to make a left turn.
Right.
And even though we take it for granted, just get in the car and drive, Pasty stepping in the car for the first time. And it's a very intimidating prospect for him. So even though you take the whole situation as easy as pie, 1, 2, 3,
Oh, geez.
easy as hair pie, dude.
Right, oh yeah. Definitely not on a 22-year-old.
It's a whole different concept for him. It's like sitting down behind the wheel of a car for a first time.
That's why?
That's scary and intimidating to him. And that's why he ain't driving up there today.
Because he's nervous?
He's nervous!
How hard is it?
Nothing more. It's not that hard.
I don't think so either.
He doesn't want to crash and burn in flames in his new automobile.
Automobile?
Automobile?
Now, there's really no room for error, though. You go up there, you don't really care what she thinks if you're good or not, right?
I think he cares what she thinks because she's posted up on Terry Cam every day. And
well, maybe that's it.
If she tells one person in Terry Cam of how awkward it was.
Oh my gosh, he could not get it up.
He could not get it up to he could not, after he got it up, he didn't know what the hell to do with it, and he put it in my ear and
he didn't know what to do with it.
That would be pretty good.
That guy's watched so much porn. He knows what to do with it.
He knows how to watch it. He knows how other guys know how to do it all just perfectly.
All right, so I got this monolith right here, but I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to need some help.
I think there's a lot... What I'm telling you has a lot to do with it. And my analogy of just sitting down behind the wheel of a car and driving for the first time is something you must consider.
No, I drive with my knees, got a cue in one hand, phone in the other.
Pasty, you're going to look me in the eye and tell me I'm way off. Are you going to tell me I'm completely inaccurate and has nothing to do with that?
Yes, I disagree.
Unbelievable! You liar! I know what you're feeling.
Nerves is not a part of it.
Not nervous at all. Why should I be?
Oh.
I can just jump behind the wheel and start driving 110.
Once I get to that point, it'll be with somebody I'm very familiar with, very comfortable with, and it'll be very natural.
Be very natural and loving.
Who needs natural?
You'll never get to that point because you'll never allow it to get to that point because as soon as she makes the error of calling you Pasty or whatever you told us about,
out the door.
Wow.
And he is waiting to fall in love. And
that's all. Here's a woman who's throwing it in his lap, who's got another friend there waiting to be... Oh, man, think of all the wild action that could go on.
I'd leave the show early. I'd leave right now.
You're ready to go now, aren't you?
If it's any extra incentive, we'll excuse you early this morning if you want to head up there and take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Stop by some clean drawers, a clean shirt, and I'm gone.
Not even necessary. You're tossing them aside in a second anyway.
True.
Is Miss Kitty and her friend doing anything of
friend
interest
is gone.
there? The friend is gone.
Yes.
So Miss Kitty's left all by herself?
Yes.
What is she going to do with her day, Terry? Why don't you ask her, now that she knows Pasty's not going to be a part of it?
Okay. Well, I'm just waiting for a response. Oh, they're back. Oh, now they're hugging on each other.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. She came from behind.
Oh,
boy, that's tough. That
could have been you, Pasty.
Oh, you could have made her do that.
Yeah, that was
She hugged her.
It's still pretty good.
All right, there it is. Meanwhile, we got Schwager outside. It's payday for him, apparently. He's coming down here in a sniveling kind of just shameless fashion to collect money. Begging for a handout.
He is.
Bring in Schwager.
Those two together, the combined amount of girls that they've bedded.
Mm-hmm. A big old donut.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy, there he is.
He is a big old donut.
Still looks the same.
I know, he really hasn't aged much.
Mm-hmm. Matthew, how are you, sir?
Tired.
Well, I hate to put you out this morning.
Jeez.
You can go back to bed anytime you feel like it.
No, I'm just tired because of my neighbors who drink and party all the time.
Mm-hmm. Is this speech impediment something that's going to be with you for a lifetime or what?
Wow.
Is it something they can work on in college or no?
I think I got it for a lifetime.
Uh-huh. And everything else, you told us the other day when you called in and arranged to come down this morning, not going so well in your world. Is that right? You're out of money, completely dead cracked. Is that right?
Yes.
And to the point where your landlord and the people in your building have made it clear that you'll be evicted this week or what?
If I do not have the rent, my landlord would probably evict me by the end of June.
Mm-hmm. And you normally collect a check for military service performed that you never did a day of your own time in the military, but you're able to get military VA checks on a monthly basis because your dad was in, what, WW1 or what?
He was in Submariner during Vietnam.
Okay, he was in Vietnam. And you don't feel remotely guilty in collecting his checks on a monthly basis?
I get them because he became disabled.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would still mean he would probably need some money, I would think. He's still alive, right?
Yes, he is.
But he just sends them over. He doesn't even send them to you. He just has them directly sent to you from the Veterans Association.
No, these were design benefits that the VA set up for all military personnel that became disabled.
I don't know. There'd be a part of me that would feel kind of guilty in and of itself of getting checks on a monthly basis for military service performed when you haven't even had a consideration in your life of being any part of the armed forces.
No, you used to watch G.I. Joe, though, from time to time, the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe his dad gets money and he gets money, no?
Does your dad get money, too?
Yes.
And just out of nowhere, you both got cut off or just you?
Just me. Because of paperwork at the college.
And now you're being evicted.
I'll be evicted at the end of June if I do not have rent.
It's very serious right now.
Yes.
Serious, very serious young man.
And you've come to me. I'm so lucky.
I actually didn't want to come to you.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
I knew about this for over a month and a half.
Right.
So I was trying to find other ways how to get enough money to pay for June and July's rent.
You know, believe it or not, when I think of some of the hopeless people in the listening audience, and our listeners come in all shapes and sizes, Terry, some very hopeless, some absolutely full of hope, I don't think of you as the most primary candidate of those that are hopeless. All right, there are many more. Yeah, there are many more hopeless people in our audience that I have come to mind that are regulars on the show. I won't embarrass them by calling them out right now.
Right, you wouldn't call it John John's name at all. That's not your style.
I wouldn't use initials like GPO. I wouldn't embarrass them like that. I would give them their moment of privacy right now. You don't come to mind though. I didn't see you being in this kind of situation.
I didn't plan on it either.
Mm-hmm.
I usually manage all my paperwork, all my finances very well. The last time I even asked you guys for help was to get my apartment back in 05.
05? Yes, all right. Anyway, what do you need, dude?
Well, I asked for 500.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's no but.
Okay.
All right.
I can stretch that over 2 months. That gives me $725 with my regular check.
Sounds good. He looks very upset right now. He looks very serious.
Yeah, why are you so serious, man? What's gone wrong with you?
Because I also broke a promise to a friend today because I won't be able to get them what I promised for their birthday.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to know what the promise was. Sounds very freaky. Anyhow.
It was a we.
Why would you promise to buy friends a Wii when you can't even pay your own rent? Why would that
I made this promise months ago.
Uh-huh.
Well, you were doing so well where you can buy Wiis a month ago?
Actually, about 3 months ago, I had some cash.
Yeah, disposable cash out the wazoo. Anyway, now you are about to be kicked out on the street, and you turn to me. You can turn to me one time, and I am going to give you this one time because he's a nice enough kid, Terry.
Yes.
And it's been nice enough through the years.
Yes.
But as I've said before, I will do this one time. I will give you the money you ask for.
Here's your fish.
It is a gift. I don't want you to even suggest about paying it back. I don't want to hear about any thoughts that you could pay me back. Not that you're even thinking that, but if you, for some reason, are considering paying me back, you can know right now this is a gift. I don't want to hear about it after I give it to you. But I will also tell you this.
Oh, boy.
This is a one-time only deal. Because I'm trying to be nice to someone that I actually believe should have some hope in their life. And if this one time can get you back on your feet and bring about that hope that I see in you, well, then I'm happy to do it. But if you turn into an absolute loser, you're on your own from this point on. And if for some reason you should need a kidney next month and you're $10 away from securing that kidney and all you need is $10, don't come to me because you ain't getting another cent.
I understand.
Are we clear on this?
Yes.
I give you this money and then I turn my back on you financially. You could still call in and be the pathetic soul that you are in the air, and we love that. But I'm not even going to ask you to do anything embarrassing for this money. Like some people were suggesting when you called the other day that I should make you stand on the street with sandwich boards talking about and revealing how pathetic you are, because this is really a pathetic moment. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you this money as one friend to another.
I would never make this pathetic and embarrassing.
I would never make you to feel pathetic. I'm sorry that this has happened. I can't believe that this has happened to you. I expected a lot more out of you.
After 4 years,
great, Dad. Huh?
Yeah, you'd be great. After 4 years of college, though, you know, I mean,
but my kid gets an endless stream of money. This won't happen to my child, Terry. I do this only to Schwager because he ain't my kid. This is a one-time only generous deal I'm giving him. Money that doesn't have to be paid back, giving it to him for no reason that I can think of. I'm just a sap is what it comes down to, Terry. He comes on the air begging for money. I mean, shouldn't I have just laughed at that request? No. Instead of that, I'm giving him the money.
I know.
And can I just say, please spend the money correctly. Don't go buy a Wii now. I'm begging you.
I'm not going to buy a Wii. If I thought he was going to buy a Wii.
But people do weird things. You know, they claim they need a lot of money. Then when they get a little check or something, they blow it.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to count this out because I have too many 20s. I don't have any big bills. Is that a problem with you?
No.
Please.
It was a rhetorical question. I didn't really want an answer.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Your kid's never calling you when he goes to college.
That's because everything we're taking care of, like you just said, his kid.
Yeah, my kid is going to be a whole different relationship.
Right.
All right? He's lucky I'm even talking to him based on the request he asked me.
Wow.
What stupid radio host would be doing this right now?
The more you look at the money, the madder you get. It didn't seem too bad until you actually see the cash.
He's a listener.
He is. Not related to you at all.
No. He's a listener who's been loyal and nice enough and is a harmless enough young man that I feel comfortable doing this.
Well,
all right?
This part of you wish you had someone to help you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
When I would look into my checking account when I was in college, about 50, what was it? Like, I remember in 1992, Terry, when I was making $7 an hour, and there was a negative balance, or like, it was never higher than $200 at a time.
Right.
And it just seemed like I could never pay my bills, going deeper into debt. I wish there was someone I could turn to that would have taken me seriously. Well, I'm that guy for you. That's who I am.
Thank you.
Wow.
But if you're dying on the street tomorrow, I don't want to know about it.
Do you worry these days about your credit card working at the restaurant? Or are you confident that it'll work these days?
Do you think I'm being mean to you? I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to Swagger.
Do you think I'm being mean to you?
No.
You think I'm being the opposite, I would hope, right?
Yes.
You think I'm being nice to you?
Correct.
How come the look on your face doesn't match the words coming out of your mouth? You look like you're actually angry with me right now. And here I am counting out money for you in the amount of $500.
I'm not angry at you.
You should want to hug me right now. I don't want to hug, but you should want to hug me right now. I'm like a game show host without the game show.
I'm not sure. Well, first off,
why are you raising your hand, Terry?
I was going to say, I think that this is probably a pretty embarrassing time for him.
Play a little Family Feud music for him. Count it out, just like Richard Dawson.
And so it's not that he's angry or anything. He's just feeling a little
reluctant and
he feels embarrassed.
He doesn't want to say the wrong thing. He doesn't want to ruin his shot. He's just going to sit here.
There's nothing you could say. I think that he never thought that
I'm going to spend $500 on crack.
There's a lot of things you could say right now that would eliminate the moment of me actually handing you this cash, which is just seconds away. So, yeah, you should be a little reluctant in what you say right now. But
just have you move.
You should say something.
Well, thank you.
No, you don't have to say thank you. I'm not looking for thank yous. But say, I don't know what you should say.
I appreciate the help. I really do appreciate
that's
the help.
Nice enough, and that's why I'm doing this. It's help.
And I think truly you believe he appreciates it.
I do.
I do think he appreciates it.
He does.
Yes.
He's not an idiot. He's not going to go down and blow it. He's going.
But I think it was very difficult for him to actually ask.
Hey, is there a Family Feud music?
I think I'm giving you an extra 20.
Wow.
You can't have that.
Lunch.
You only need 500, right? Gay phone operator with a word with you.
Oh, man.
Of course, this transaction couldn't take place without a thought or two from Gay.
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Gay.
I would have to say, for someone that has been in that same exact position, looking you in the eye with you giving me money, it is very daunting. It's very humbling. It's very embarrassing.
Yep.
So to stand there and say, I want you to say something, but don't say thank you, all you can say is thank you.
I don't think Swagger wants to think he's been in any same positions that you have been in through your travels.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. And I have to say sorry to Computer Freak.
But, Gay, it wasn't so embarrassing to you that you weren't prepared to ask for then a TV. I mean, it wasn't that embarrassing. If you're truly embarrassed, you're not going to go back and ask for more.
I handed you a hell of a lot more than what I'm giving him because you were in a life or death situation as I saw it. And I didn't want you to die. And now, what is he doing in turn? He's killing himself again, and on top of that, asking for flat screens.
Right.
Because I am getting emails that you're not even aware of from people that are close to you saying, can you help me knock some sense into Gay phone operator because he's killing himself again. He's drinking himself into oblivion. He's gaining all the weight back.
What are you talking about? Who the hell is emailing you?
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this because they came to me in all kinds of confidence and in your best interest.
Sounds like it's true.
And they said that you are drinking yourself into all kinds of states. You are drinking like a fish.
Wow.
More than ever in your life. You're becoming an alcoholic, and they're worried about you. And on top of it, you'd think if you take alcohol to the face to such mass proportions, you wouldn't be eating so much.
Well, the alcohol can make people hungry sometimes, though.
Yeah, but more a munchy. No, yeah, maybe. All right, fine.
I don't eat when I drink.
So
some people do.
There's no correlation between an excessive amount of alcohol and a lowered amount of caloric intake?
Well, no, because the beers have a lot of calories in them.
No, I buy light.
Okay, well...
it makes a big difference.
If you slam 12 beers, that's a lot of calories.
Count it, then choke on it.
It's not a bet.
See, and that's the thing. That's why it is so difficult. Is
Choke
because
on
when
it.
you say take it. I'm giving it to you. Don't want it back, but choke on it.
Because he shouldn't be in this position.
How about
You're
I count
right.
it? How about I count
He
it?
shouldn't be, but unfortunately, and I bet you anything.
This is his fourth year of college and a 2-year college.
He
I'll count it.
probably never thought that he would be again.
He's in his ninth year of a 2-year college, Terry. How much is it?
He doesn't know. He has a weird look on his face. I'm going to count it for him.
No. You count it. I want Swagger to count it.
Well, I'm unbiased here.
I understand. I want him to count it.
He
want him
can't
to count it.
He loses count after $1.
Gay.
He's never had more than one.
Stop.
Gay.
What?
Take your time and count it. So I couldn't count it. My head is spinning right now.
Who's emailing you?
I'm not going to tell you who's emailing me yet.
Probably one of your
I'm
full
going
friends.
to wait for the right moment. Somebody who's pretending like they care about you, apparently.
Well, then they're not my friend.
What is it? How much?
He says he's one short.
How much is it?
$480.
You have the audacity to look at me and tell me that I shorted you $20. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not. I counted.
You have the nerve to look
counted.
at me, a man handing you fast, free cash, and tell me T-Man didn't give me enough? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Answer me!
I'm trying to word this.
Don't cry. I don't need you to cry right now.
I'm trying to
I
word
usually
it.
like people to cry in the air. I don't want you to cry right now. Here's your 20.
Ah, he set him up. He rat.
You thought.
I wasn't sure if I was 20 over or 20 late.
Such a rat.
No, I didn't do that purposely.
Yeah, you did.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, the 20 sitting right there.
I did because
That's
I thought
funny.
I took out an extra 20, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, are you sure it's right now?
I counted the
All
same
right.
thing.
What are you going to do with this money?
Coke.
I'm going to.
Oh, and hookers. See a sucker. Imagine. He's on Expedia.com during the break and the trip to Vegas.
If on his way running out of the building he said, I got you Coke and hookers
Right.
coming my way, I would think that was the coolest moment right now, to be honest.
You know, if he joined the Army, he could get that $40,000 bonus.
Anyway, Swagger, you have to pay your rent with that or what?
I'm going to use this to help pay my
I just don't
bills.
see how this gets you back on your feet. But if you say so, that's fine.
Well, it keeps his head barely below water where it normally is. I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't say back on your
Keeps his
feet, but
His
nose
nose is
above.
still below the water, but his eyes are above so he can see where he's at.
it keeps him from getting evicted.
This gives me $25 after bills and rent for food.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being.
Oh, then give me $25 back.
Yeah,
You
you
don't have to eat.
can eat on $2. Have to go into Taco Bell and steal some
Yeah,
hot
that's
sauce.
10 top ramens.
Yeah, hand sandwich, bologna on hand. We all did it.
$2. Bologna on hand with a squirt of ketchup.
All right.
I actually ran out of ramen.
Now, do you believe this person who emailed me, a couple of emails, by the way, are overstating the situation? Are you drifting into a world of alcoholism? Are you becoming a desperate soul who is not only gaining the weight back that you were able to lose from your stomach stapling surgery, but is now drinking themselves into oblivion? Yes or no, Gay?
Not at all.
So why would they write me that?
But are you drinking more than you have in the past?
Oh, a lot. A lot more, yeah.
All right.
But
So
I'm
then why
not-
are you confused by this?
Because, well, they're seeing something that's different, I agree, but I'm not an alcoholic. I mean,
Was there a night, if I remember the email correctly, recently where you had like 12 drinks in the span of an hour?
no, not at all.
Were you so drunk that maybe you didn't realize you had 12 drinks in the span of an hour?
Not in an hour, maybe 2 or 3 hours.
12 drinks, no problem.
And it was like 12 Coronas. That, I mean,
12 Coronas in a 2-hour period.
yeah.
So you don't think there's nothing to worry about? The person who's emailing me should just mind their own business and leave you alone.
They can be concerned. I appreciate the concern, but it's not a problem. So
All right.
it's not something I do every day.
But eating and drinking himself to death, right? I mean, you're saying he's getting bigger.
He's not just eating himself to death now. He's...
How am I eating myself to death? I'm
Well,
not eating when I'm drinking.
They also mentioned in the email that you're back up to about 280, 285.
No, not at all. I'm like 273.
Oh, not at all.
No,
Way off.
not even close.
Yeah.
But you bottomed at 225.
226.
But now you're back at 273, so you say.
Those 50 pounds you put on.
50 pounds back. I mean, any
Significant.
normal person gains 50 pounds, it's a concern. You, it's just a walk in the park.
Or not. Probably not. Because
Yeah, maybe you should take a walk in the park.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. We'll work about it. I'm way behind.
Oh, yeah, we're in trouble.
Lovely seeing you. And,
Lunch on Swagger.
I hope you do
my
better.
Goodness.
All right?
Good luck.
Yes.
All right,
Good
man.
luck.
I'll get out, and I don't want to have an awkward moment during the break, so you can leave now.
Yeah, please leave now. I'm begging
right.
you. It'll be awkward for me, too. I don't want to see
All
it.
right, dude. Take care, man. It's all cool. Don't look all sad. Everything's good.
Straight.
I got a few other concerns just besides this one, too, so that's why I've been way out.
All right,
What was he
good.
saying?
He's mumbling.
Now that he's got the money, he's got a few other concerns?
Well, he's just trying to make it clear that he says other things in his life going on.
other things in your life going on?
That's what's making him sad.
I'll take care of it. All right, man.
Yeah, he doesn't want you to think that he's super sad about the money, but
Right.
letting down his friend is really bothering him.
I think that's the least of his concerns right now. I'm sorry.
The T-Man Show.
Interesting choice of songs, Pasty. There are a lot of cats on the street right now that know Swagger's rolling around town with 500 cash, Terry. And they're trying to pinpoint his location.
Let's give it away. Get him. You sick people on him.
By our estimations, he should be about at Main and Broad right now.
All right.
I don't know if those streets exist. Anyway.
They do, actually.
Hopefully he's propositioning abroad. I don't know. Anyway, he is rolling around town with $500, and some listeners have called in trying to figure out where he might be right now. You're that Swagger dude I heard on the radio this morning. Come over and talk to me for a second there, boy. Well, good luck pedaling home, Matthew.
Yes.
Yes. Might want to pedal a little faster today than
You think?
just about every other day, but that's all right. Want to get a couple final thoughts from some listeners who are hanging on the lines? Let me go to Mike. Mike in San Jose. Got 20 seconds for you. What do you got, Mikey?
Pissed off, man.
You're pissed
I'm wondering
off.
why Pasty's not going to hop up on that.
Miss Kitty?
Yeah.
She's just right for the taking, Jay. She's laying it up there for him, yes.
Like your mama used to say, there's starving children out there. I mean, there's other dudes out there that would love to do that.
So Pasty has responsibility to the other starving people out there in the audience to not waste food.
I mean, that's just horrible, man.
You know what's funny is I go on Pasty's computer during the break, and I saw a private message that Miss Kitty sent Pasty through Tari Cam, and it said, and I have no problem revealing the private messages that I intercepted between Miss Kitty and Pasty, that she sent them, obviously, at some point before I got on the computer, saying, LOL, well, hopefully sometime in the future. She's still, yeah, she's still
Come on, Pasty, you got to start off sometime.
She's not like playing the pissed off, I laid it up there for you and I got denied kind of perspective, which she has a right to play, Terry.
Well, make me proud, Pasty, come on.
Hey, all the encouragement in the world ain't going to affect anything here, trust me. All right? You can try to, like, pep talk them all you want. It ain't working.
Maybe sometime in the future. Don't you talk to me like that. My opinion, you just went way down.
But no, you made a good point about the starving kids. You know,
Right.
You are
It always worked for me, you know. I always ate when I heard that.
Yep, this man is the Ethiopia you should be thinking about, Pasty, but whatever.
Ethiopia.
Whatever. She still sent him a message.
Yep.
With the LOL. The most overused letters on the internet.
Not from a hot girl. Do it all you like.
Well, maybe sometime in the future she's giving him. She's still giving him the free entry pass. Wow. Every guy should be so freaking lucky.
Yeah. 2-2-9 shot, no kidding.
And you see how good she looks, Terry?
No, I know. She's a very cute.
This ain't some mediocre-looking girl.
I know.
Even that, you would be like thanking your lucky stars. A mediocre-looking girl just telling you whenever you want it, have at it.
Right.
This is way better than that. And anyone who's looking at Tari Cam knows it.
I love mediocre chicks telling me to have at it.
I love and adore the thought of a mediocre chick saying you got free spin cards whenever you want it. And Pacey's got so much more. And he's not even affected. Look at him!
Did you get my breakfast order right?
Going about his day as if nothing's happening here. Typical day in the park.
Oh,
All right, nap at 11:30, Judge Judy at 4, baseball at 7.
Gotta get your fantasy baseball roster in. Typical day.
How'd I do? I think I nailed it.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. Did you get that little private message? It's not like I X'd out of it and didn't want you to see it.
I did.
You saw that one? Did you respond back to her? Did you
I think I did.
send her any little sliver of hope that one day you may actually come around or what?
No.
No.
No, why would he?
So, like, when you look at porn, you don't ever say to yourself, I'd like to try that.
Sure. It looks enjoyable, yes.
All right.
With the right person, will be great.
All right, so stuck on this right person, holier than thou kind of mode. I'm not buying it. All right? All right, there it is. Just doesn't have the instruction manual to handle Miss Kitty and was afraid that it's going to get out there. That's all there is to it.
Oh, man.
He can pretend like, it's got to be a relationship first kind of crap. He wants to have at it as much as anyone in the listening audience. He just doesn't want to be driving full speed before he gets behind the wheel. And now that he's 31...
But where does it end, though? Like,
it's
what's
an endless
the solution?
cycle. It's an endless cycle.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yes.
Who's a hamster on a wheel?
A hamster on a wheel.
Without being in shape.
Oh, wow.
You think the hamster spends enough time in the wheel, he starts to get in shape.
Hamster doesn't smoke 4-packs a day, though.
An out-of-shape hamster on a wheel with a cigarette dangling out of his mouth. But aren't we all?
The T-Man Show.
Let's break it down already since Kelly's on.
Is he gone officially?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not good for us.
Our favorite engineer has flown the coop and left for another job, and things are falling apart already.
Boy.
How are you doing over there?
I'm okay.
Oh, speaking of falling apart.
Worse than ever.
Wow. Every
Just
day it's worse than
falling apart at the seam.
Well, you know, when you're supposed to...
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, Louis
When you're supposed to what?
take, I did all my medicines and everything like that and did what I was supposed to do.
You're blaming us. You're about to say when you're supposed to take some time off and you
Yes,
don't.
and
You had a 3-day weekend this past weekend. How much time do you need
Well, initially...
to rest your voice?
Initially, though, when I first went to the doctor...
Yeah.
Weeks ago.
Yeah. What did he say?
He said, afterwards, if you could, take a few days, let the medicine kind of set in.
Whatever. If it isn't healed in 3 days, it ain't healing.
All right.
All right? I know more than your stupid doctor.
Okay.
That's for sure. I know exactly what you got.
Yeah, medical
What do
school,
I got?
whatever.
I know what you got.
What's that?
I'm not going to tell you on the air. I'm not going to embarrass you like that.
Don't embarrass me, please. You do it every day. So
Wow.
what else is
Are
new?
you saying that I...
No, not
I mean,
at all.
really? You're going to stop now?
Oh, okay. So in other words, here it comes. Now it's coming out in her moment of stress here. She's saying that you're saying I embarrass you every day on the air. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, you
think I
call
go
me out all the time and about how I can't read, I stumble, I'm
You happen to
stupid.
stumble and not be able to read very well, but that doesn't mean I don't...
So that's not embarrassing?
I don't... Listen, it's hard to argue with that point.
Yeah, it really is.
But
It's not really you embarrassing her.
it's not anything that...
But then nobody else will step up when I ask them to.
it's not like I'm pulling the curtain off of something that isn't
Right.
exposed.
I understand that. So why would you stop now?
Listen, I am your greatest supporter, okay? And why don't you look at it that way? I am, by the way, the most loyal person you've ever had in your life,
And vice versa.
okay?
It goes both ways here.
So here you sit. I'm not, well, it may go both ways, whatever. All I'm saying
Whatever.
is...
Oh, now I'm
Well,
just a whatever.
My point is, I'm not the one accusing you of things. I'm not the one saying that
It's
you're the
just-
bad person.
I never said you were bad. Did I? I just stated a fact. Did I not?
We're 2 minutes into the show, ladies and gentlemen. For you to say
This
that
is how
I,
our relationship
on a
is.
daily basis, embarrass you, that is just something that hurts. It hurts. The sting inside is to a level that I couldn't even describe. Dump truck guy's outside. I'm over it already. And he wants to come in and chill this morning, so it should be an interesting little Friday action. The last Friday of the merry, merry month of May, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Flying by.
is. It did.
Our lives are flying by.
He just wants me to say
No,
it.
I don't. I don't want you to say it.
You
now.
do want me to say it.
I do not want
I
it.
know. That's what you set me up for.
How am I doing on my reverse psychology? I do not want you to say it.
Our lives are flying by.
They are.
Before you know it, we'll all be food for worms.
That's a bad thought.
He loves hearing that.
I
for
don't know
some
why I
reason.
love it. I love
He
morbid
likes
stuff.
the morbid
know.
little nature of that statement. I once made it about a year ago to this day, and ever since then, he makes me say it all the
I
time.
love the thought of people getting eaten by worms when they're dead and they can't do anything about it.
That's right.
Ow, there goes my left calf. Ow.
Hey, the least of your worries is your left calf is the least of your worries when you're dead.
I would agree with that.
All right.
I mean, you could be one of those people that, like a necrophiliac gets a hold of.
Oh, wow.
I'd
Gives
be
you
like,
tea in the Steiner when you're dead.
I'd be like steering.
Oh, man.
I'd be steering the worms to my left calf. That's how little you need your left calf when you're dead.
That's true. Man.
I'd be funneling them to my left calf. I'd be like, hey, take on the left calf there. Just leave the rest of me alone.
Yeah. Back off the nether region.
I'm probably not going to need my left calf down here.
No, probably not. No.
Don't need your nether region either.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself. It's a lot of time down there.
A lot of free time.
To be good. Anyway, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
All I know is on Monday morning, it'll already be June. This is the last day of May for the show's purposes.
There's a Friday the 13th in June, by the way, too.
Yes, there
Very
is.
exciting.
Yes, and... That's 2 weeks away.
It's very excited for
Yes. What is today, 29th?
30th.
30th. Wow. Anyway, on May 30th.
Yes.
2008, we will come back and get things started. Right after what, John?
These words.
The T-Man Show.
And today's number one rumor, Clay Aiken a daddy? That one, believe it or not, is true. According to TMZ, the mother who was artificially inseminated is Clay's best friend, James Foster, little sister of music legend David Foster. The little Aiken is due.
Little sister, but I think she's like 40-something years old or something like that.
50.
Oh, my gosh. What's wrong with my headphone jack? Jeez, man.
David Foster's like 59.
Yeah, she's
right.
50.
And
He's 29.
he's going to father this child
Sure enough.
of this woman who was artificially inseminated by his sperm or what?
Yes.
By Clay Aiken's sperm.
Why would he father it if it's not his?
Well, he wants a kid, obviously. And, all right, has he ever officially come out and said he's gay?
He has not.
If this doesn't prove it, I don't know. He obviously wants to be a dad, but has no interest in having fornication in the necessary ways in which you would go about having a child in a more customary way. So...
Yes.
It's just, I don't want to get too deep into this right now.
Oh, it's a decent.
Neither did Clay, yes. So let me pause on this whole topic. We'll get back to it later.
Okay.
Because outside,
Yes.
waiting in the wings.
Oh, jeez.
And we brought him in specifically because we thought he was the purpose. We felt here at the T-Man in the Morning Show that there couldn't be a more perfect representative of the launching of the movie that everyone's been dying for. Sex and the City on the big screen, Terry. We realize there isn't a better person in the listening audience to comment, to talk about, to represent all that goes into the whole mode of Sex and the City than this guy.
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the blue-collar
yes, with his
workers.
leather vest.
Even though he wears a tank top.
Yes.
Here's Dump Truck Guy.
No tank top this morning.
What's cracking? I got a tank top on. What the heck, man?
Yeah, but you got a leather vest on. You got a tank top and a leather vest. Oh, a dump truck guy will be making many an appearance this morning on Terry Cam.
Indeed.
And Terry has already turned her laptop in his direction to give people a quick glance. Yes. When you think about one of the greatest chick TV shows in the history of television, now being transferred to being the greatest chick movie in the history of the movie world, which has, last I checked, a bit of history of the movie world, Terry.
And, yep, it is.
No guy that I can think of is more excited, I would estimate, Terry, about the unveiling of this movie, which launches today. No person is more fired up to go see Sex and the City first than Dump Truck Guy.
When is it? It's today?
That'd be today, yes, Dump Truck Guy.
Can't make it.
Are you sure? You can do a little work on that. Here,
Yeah.
ask me the same question. Say, when?
When is it?
No, I have to say that.
You just told me to ask you, man.
Okay, I got a little confused.
Get it straight.
Hey, when's this movie again now? I can't be there.
There you go.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been a while, man. I'm telling you, it's been forever since I've been
All
here.
right, first of all, put the microphone closer to your mouth. All right.
I don't want to blow your headphones. Is that better?
Well, maybe not screaming into it will actually make it a little bit better. But first of all, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too, man.
Okay.
Looking good. Not really.
Well, his voice is crystal clear on a mic, huh? I'm not used to it.
Indeed.
He dyed his hair even more blonde. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
He got his hair bleached for the summertime.
He actually used Clorox.
Peroxide.
Saved a couple bucks.
Get it right.
Get me a little sun in.
Oh, I used to love sunning. I used to spray it on my nethers. If I'm blonde up top, I want to be blonde down there, too.
And Dump Truck, as I was saying, I don't think there's a better day for you to be here than on the day that every woman in the world, except your wife, I don't imagine she's even concerned, even aware, even remotely interested in seeing Sex in the City. She's a Dump Truck guy kind of woman.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? She's not interested. She hasn't even remotely suggested about you guys going to see Sex in the City because she's not interested, right?
No, we don't even go to movies.
Joanne Million Hairs doesn't take in movies, Terry.
He said if you can't drink, he's out.
Well, you can drink in a movie. You just have to go about it the right way. You sneak it in under your leather vest and everything should be fine.
No, we'll give you the strip search at the movie theater.
Tell me, they're not exactly stripping you down at the movie theaters. Now, what is it about this leather vest that made it your statement of the morning? Why are you going? I've never seen you, not that it doesn't fit you perfectly, not that
there you go.
It's not a hand in a glove kind of situation, but I've never seen you in a leather vest before. You want to explain the attire to us?
I don't know, man. It just
feels right.
It was staring me in the face this morning, so I put it on.
So, in other words, you've had this in your closet for some time.
No, not my closet. I don't have a closet.
Oh, geez. You've had it on your floor?
There you go.
It was laying in my bar area.
It was balled up in some area of your home for too long, and you decided to
fresh out of closet,
give it a whirl.
There you go. Try to cover up the cigarette smoke smell.
I'm sorry to think or suggest for even a second that you would have some kind of closet apparatus to house the clothing that you wear from one season to the next. It's just you have drawers? What kind of? You do have some place where you put clothes.
Yeah.
So you have like a chest?
No, the side of my bar.
The side of your bar.
There you go.
He literally has a bar in his house.
That's a normal size, club-sized bar.
It is, yes.
Neon signs, the whole works.
It's not a scaled-down bar for one to fit into their home. It's an oversized bar that really doesn't belong in a person's home. Not to say it's a small house, but a house of his size shouldn't have a bar that big.
It's a pretty big bar,
It's a big bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Big bars, got to have a lot of booze.
And it's always open.
Indeed. That's what the sign says, anyway.
There are always drink specials happening at Dumpy's.
Just beer free.
Wow.
Bring it on.
It's nice.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my lifestyle.
And
Vinnie has no channels. Dumpy, no closets.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of channels, so I didn't make up for that.
Are you offering us 50 cent wells if we were to shop today, or what?
Yeah, bring it on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without the mixers.
You got any drink specials today that we should know about, or what?
Ice cold Bud Light, free all day.
That's a good deal.
Okay.
Well, bring some firewood.
Yes.
For the barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Dump Truck Guy's here, as you can tell, Terry.
He is.
Did you have court again sometime this week or something? Did I hear about that?
Last week.
Last week, yeah,
Last
court.
week.
What was that about? Why were you back in court?
It's only a 4-hour show.
Wow.
I got to go back again on the 18th.
Did it have
For the same thing?
something to do with that meth bust on your street? Yes
Negative.
or no?
Negative.
No, nothing to do with that. All right. Well, are you going to be back in court for that meth bust that happened on your street over the past 2 weeks?
No, they're long gone. All boarded up, plywood over the windows.
I understand, but at some point, even those who are dragged out of a meth house and has it all boarded up deserve a fair trial, I would assume. Do you think you'll be testifying in that situation in the upcoming days? Well, you don't know yet. You might be. Did you give a statement?
$10, I'm out. I didn't see nothing.
Did you give a statement to the police?
Oh, yeah.
If you gave a statement and there is a trial, there's a chance you may need to clear off more dates for yet another court appearance for Dump Truck Guy.
Go easy, man. I'm out.
He's becoming a courtroom staple.
He is.
That's right.
Yep.
And you don't want to tell me what you were in court for this week. You want to keep some level of privacy going for the Dump Truck Guy life.
If you want to hear it, I'll tell you.
I just want a 20-second synopsis. I just don't want a whole spiel here. Not that you're a spiel kind of guy.
Did you kill somebody?
No. Oh, jeez.
Okay, just check in. We'll rule that off.
Department of Licensing screwed up my license. I got pulled over.
So it involved you specifically. Yeah. Okay.
They said I didn't have a commercial license, so I got a ticket. It took 7 months.
So it was traffic court.
No, it ain't traffic court. I thought it was traffic court, but it's lawyer court.
So you went assuming you were going to traffic court, and lo and behold, you wind up in a major courtroom situation.
Exactly. Now I got to fork out big ducats to get a freaking lawyer. I'm out.
So the court situation will continue.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said you didn't have a commercial license?
Yeah.
I mean, you're all about commercial trucking. That's who you've been for your whole life.
You think? But
so why are they hassling you?
Because somebody ain't doing their job.
Did they just wanted their palms greased and you didn't pick up on it, or what?
I'm about to grease somebody's freaking face.
No! I mean, you may not want to say that in court.
Yeah, that may not work well for your case, but anyway.
That's the thing. Somebody screwed up. Now it's costing me all this money. I have to go get a lawyer. It's going to be $1,000.
Wow.
Miss out on work.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Yes. And this is all because you got harassed, or what?
Yeah, because I got long hair. We look like, I don't know what.
Long hair don't care.
Exactly.
Now it's so blonde, man.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I'll get it fixed this weekend. Re-blonding. It's like growing out, man. It looks gay. I'm out.
So you got to get it re-blonded so it won't look gay.
Exactly.
You got it now.
Very, very masculine.
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't know that the weekend, of all that it promised, Terry.
Yep.
I didn't realize that when I'm enjoying my weekend, I could, as I'm enjoying my weekend, simultaneously I could be thinking about how dump truck guys getting reblonded.
I know.
That's right.
That's a nice thought for all of us to carry into the weekend.
Fresh new blonde come Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No black.
Well, I think we get the point.
Just making sure, man.
Because the first time you go blonde, it gets a little orange.
You don't really have to spell it out any more than that. You've made it very clear. And even before you did, we all pretty much understood the definition of blonde. But this is a real, as I said, bleached.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it does need to be touched up a little bit because I see the roots coming out.
Not yet.
Plus, next time it'll be a little more blonde. 'Cause it's kind of orangey now. But this time it'll really look like Vince Neil from
that's
Motley
the thing.
Crue.
I'm going to go pay for it this time so it'll be right.
And Motley Crue is touring. Are you expecting to be seeing them this summer?
I tried to go, but $75 for the grass seats. I'm out.
That's kind of a good point.
So Dump Truck Guy, I hope Motley Crue knows that Dump Truck Guy and all Motley Crue's biggest fans have been priced out.
I'm pissed, man.
And you got to realize if you're some touring situation that the economy is hurting people.
Now, I was there the morning they went on sale.
And then you got to the window and he said, forget about it.
Yeah, all the good tickets are already gone because they had some stupid online crap.
All right. Well, anyway, that's how it works these days.
Damn computers.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Showing up to buy tickets or something. It's crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be able to tell, Dump Truck Guy is going to be sharing some moments with us in the studio this morning.
Can't wait.
He is a listener to the stars.
Damn Skippy.
He's been a listener to this program for some time.
Yep.
And has been a contributing member for every step of the way, basically.
Yep. That's like 9 years, man.
You may not think he sounds like the typical T-Man the Morning Show listener, because the T-Man Show listener, I would say, if you were to come up with a typical listener, not that there really is one, because they're so widespread,
That'd be
Terry.
hard to do.
Hard to do.
But I would think a little less, and I don't want to call Dumpy country, because I don't know if that really...
I hate country.
Yeah, it's definitely not country.
Not happening.
Well, a little less hard rocker kind of...
Yeah.
And a little more urban is what I was thinking. I wouldn't call Dump Truck Guy urban by any means, and I think our listener is tending to be a little bit more urban. But as I said, they're coming all shapes and sizes, Terry.
Where he lives is pretty urban, though. A little more urban than you may think.
Well, I've never been to the Dump Truck Guy estate.
Like, you've never seen the giant blow-up Budweiser blimp in his house?
Really? I mean, if you gotta have the full-size bar, you gotta go to the big blow-up blimp.
Dude. Yeah. Action. I'm trying to figure out a way to hang it above my house. I just can't figure it out.
You want it to circulate around your house like your house is the Super Bowl setting.
That's right. It'd be kick-ass.
I could see it being quite the attraction for all the neighbors to enjoy. Anyway, as I said, Dump Truck Guy will be in the studio this morning because he has the morning off because his boss has told him, if you're listening yesterday, that a 5-day work week is not necessary at this point right now. Because of gas prices, his bosses have told him being a guy who for years has loaded his dump truck with dirt, and taken it from A to B.
That's right.
And he loves his work.
Indeed. Wouldn't have it any better, but I can't say one thing because gas prices are so high. Minimal traffic out there nowadays. So.
Oh, that is true.
Keep on raising it.
So nothing,
Nice.
nothing bothers you more in your dump truck guy 9 to 5 situation. I know that may not be the precise hours, but you know what I mean.
5:30 to 1:30.
Okay, whatever. In your 5:30 a.m. to 1:30, he's loading up his truck and he's going from one spot to the next. Nothing bothers you more than heavy volumes and high traffic.
Oh, yeah. Dead stop for miles and miles and miles. Stupid drivers. I'm out.
Now, in a typical morning, I'm sure you're not shy to tell them how bad a driver they are.
Not at all.
On a typical morning, when you're doing your 8-hour shift or whatever it is, 7 hours, how many times do you reload on a typical day?
4 loads a day.
4 loads a day.
Wow. That's right.
So you load up, you dump, and you do it 3 more times, and then your day's done.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much the long and short of your job on a Monday to Friday, year-to-year basis.
Just cruise, crank up the tins, get the hell out of my way, coming through.
Okay. Well, that's an honest living, Terry. That's the life and times of Dump Truck Guy.
The T-Man Show.
A little pissed?
I was just like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Vinnie said people came up to the club, rolled up to him and asked him if he really... What'd they say to you? How they exactly phrase it?
They're like, Vinnie, okay. There's this girl, she's like, Vinnie, okay, for real? Do you really have no channels? I was like...
Yeah, no, we're just making it up for the air.
You know, something we just like to do.
It's like I went to Vinnie and I said, hey, you know what would be a really good bit if we just went on the air and said you had no channels?
That'd be so funny.
We could win like a soundie.
Oh, yeah, we should do it. Put it up with the rest of our trophies.
She went up to you and asked you if you really don't have channels.
Yes.
Like it's something we just concocted.
Yes, she did.
I wish you would have come around the corner and gone, no channels!
The man's got no channels!
Standing there the whole time.
Yeah, I suggest if you see Vinnie the Pooh in the club doing his little mix thing, walk up to him and say, and what you need to do is you need to point at him and then say it to somebody else.
Right.
Say the words, the man has no channels! That's what you need to do.
Channel free.
How was your performance in the club last night?
It was really good.
You were top of your game being a 10. You were at a 11. You were at a 9. You were at a 3. Where were you at?
I was at a 9.
You were at a 9 point something.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
you're in your prime, man.
Oh, yeah, well,
Take a 9 any day.
Were you pretty faded? Were you drinking?
I was pretty
drinking?
faded.
Were you pretty heftily faded, or were you plastered?
I mean, 10 being the most faded I've ever been in my life.
What were you drinking? Just tell me what you were drinking, and I'll figure it out.
I was drinking Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm. Jack and Coke or straight Jack?
Well, it started with Jack and Coke, and then
the Coke started getting in the way.
Oh, yes, it was. It was
tasting a little too sweet.
Yes, it was.
You're growing up, kid.
Yeah,
so cute.
So he means well by starting with Jack and Coke. It was
giving me a headache drinking with the Coke, and I was like,
what it does, the sugar kills you.
Hey, this Coke's too strong. Just give me the Jack straight.
There you go.
Coke kills you. It's the worst.
So you're in the club. I still, believe it or not, maybe because I've never actually had the quintessential night where I mix in the club, Terry. That's not been my thing. All right?
Right.
I didn't start in the clubs and transfer to the radio talk show world. Sure. Okay?
Would have been awesome.
I didn't start in the club and then start doing a radio morning show. It all started...
right here.
Well, not necessarily here, but it's all on the air.
Right.
So I don't know what it's like to do a whole night in the club. Believe me, I've had little things where I've mixed. Okay, but not like a whole, I'm in charge of the whole club's entertainment.
Right.
All right?
Got it.
Closest I got was, there was this county fair I was hired for.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Were you the bearded lady?
A county fair?
Not that time, no.
Okay.
Although, for the right price, I was negotiating for that. It didn't work out. Anyway.
Swing partner, mixing mix.
No. I had a county fair back when I was in college. I got hired to be a DJ for one of the tents. And I did a pretty good job.
Good.
All right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyway... So I have some minor skills, don't get me wrong, and I understand the concept, but I just don't understand how you could get as wrecked as Vinnie likes to get.
True.
Not that if he just blows a mix, if he just blows a transition, if he screws up a mix here or there, it's going to really matter that much. Right. See, I think what he's thinking is his personality comes out at its peak, it comes out at its best the more he drinks.
Could be.
And even, you got to admit, you can't be at the top part of your game as far as your mixing skills. Technically, you can't be a solid technically in the actual mix part of it if you're totally wrecked.
It's a funny thing. Like, I could be more on point than I've ever been in my life, and then like one sip will take me over the edge completely, and I'll suck.
And you don't know where that sip is, though. That's my point.
I know the range. I know the area.
You know when you're approaching that point.
Yeah, I know
It's enough where you should know.
You know the point where you're like, I'm within 11 sips of going over that sip barrier, where I'm just going to start blowing these transitions.
The point where I try to get too cocky and I start doing things that I didn't really necessarily need to do. That's the point.
But you're working last night.
Yes.
You're the only DJ in the club. Mm-hmm. The club is needing you.
They are.
The club is loving you, and you're pounding Jack,
slamming it to the neck.
Now, was he having a drink, or was that in the parking lot?
Slamming it to the nethers? What'd you say?
Taking him to the neck.
Oh, to the neck. And you were pretty gone.
I was. I was good though. Performance was on point. And, you know, it just got me there where I needed to be.
Because from a concentration standpoint, although you're loosened up nicely and you're probably just throwing out, you don't even know what the hell you're saying, but you know it sounds good. From that aspect, the Jack is working with you. But from a concentration standpoint on your mixing, it can't be working with you.
It can't be. It put me in a zone. Like I could care about anybody else in the club.
I'm not saying you don't care about anyone else in the club.
No, it's just me, my alcohol, and what I got to do on the
And he's just concentrating. It's all right.
Maybe the mixing software is just making it so easy these days that you can just do anything.
If I had to play drums tonight for an hour, I would not do it sober. Nobody even consider doing it sober.
Really?
Drums?
No, that's
guitar,
that I
anything.
understand.
Okay.
I mean, in most performances, when you go to concerts, with most acts that have, at least the acts from even the 90s, they're doing their shows not sober. No one does their show completely sober.
But I'd be on a nice one.
You have some party that's
sweating from your eyelids, like,
whoa! But there's something about being in that zone and you kind of lose your inhibitions. I think it makes you better sometimes. So there you go, kids. There's the PSA.
That I completely understand. Okay. You can't do it completely sober, but and very few acts, if any, that I really can think of do their performances, do their concerts when they're completely just 100% sober. That's not the reality of the situation. Right. But
I'm not talking about 2 beers.
Have you seen the way Vinnie the Pooh pounds when he drinks? Do you see the way he walks sideways because he can't walk straight?
We have.
You see the way he can't focus his eyes and he looks like a mental patient?
He's got to be better now.
Do you see
it's just what I DJ. Like, I mean, that's
it was that time of the morning.
It's like one of the only things that I
just went off.
Take seriously, and I just focus. And alcohol just helps.
He's been drinking enough now where he's got to be better than he was a couple years ago when we saw him.
I think the software helps. I don't know.
I mean,
because when I was at the county freaking fair.
I'm sorry, that was you digging for music.
You couldn't rely on software. You're digging into your crates. And you're throwing it right up on the turntable.
You try to mix Kokomo to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Not easy to do.
And then think about Belinda Carlisle for your next song.
Oh, my God.
You do circles in the sand.
Yeah, heaven is a place on earth.
My software just saves me more time to drink. That's all it is.
All right, whatever. Anyway, so what was the big cut in the club last night that turned it out? Anything?
It was Lollipop.
Still Lollipop?
Of course. I played the whole original, and then I had to stop it and play the remix right after.
The Kanye remix?
Yeah. It was like 7 minutes of Lollipop. No one cared.
They didn't not just care. They were begging
I could have played another remix, and they'd have been
begging for more.
Yeah.
Wow.
They demanded both cuts. And that was your number one moment in the club last night as far as the vibe. You know,
yes.
That was it.
It was bam. Hype of the night as soon as that song came.
Dump Truck Guy, you taking this all in? There are all kinds of requests for Dump Truck Guy already.
I know.
I already got an email about him. They thinking he's a big contradiction.
What?
Calling him out.
They're calling him out
for what?
As a big contradiction?
Yeah.
How are they calling him out?
The most macho man in the world who colors his hair, wears leather, and always says, "Lick my sack." They don't get it.
There you go. If you don't get it and you don't like it.
Oh, my God.
But if they would meet him, they would start to feel like that contradiction label doesn't stick.
Hey, those weren't my words.
I am noticing that he has some new tattoos.
Also true.
He's been newly tatted, and I do have to mention that I see the letters DUMPY. I see the word dumpy on your left bicep. Yes.
Indeed.
And it makes me have to reflect to a person who also has been called out recently for putting his on-air moniker on his person in the throes of a tattoo. It's almost like you guys are soulmates.
Yeah, right.
You guys didn't realize that when one was out putting their radio nickname up on their body, the other was doing the same thing. You guys are meant for each other. Gay phone operator puts GPO on his calf. At the same time, little did each of you know that you're putting Dumpy on your arm. Are you telling me you guys aren't a match made in heaven?
No, we're not, because he likes fudge, and I don't.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Same high school, their paths crossed again. It's perfect.
They love leather.
It's meant to be. Both color their hair.
Ain't happening.
Maybe they don't like their leather in the same places, but they both appreciate leather. They both, there's a lot of just similarities that I can't help but notice.
Yep.
And now seeing the dump truck guy had Dumpy put on his left bicep, and gay phone operator in the same time frame put GPO on his calf. And you're telling me, Terry, that this isn't too coincidental?
Where's the sappy music?
That these two shouldn't run away with each other?
No, ain't happening.
Is that what you're trying to tell me is not the case
Hey,
here?
it is pretty interesting. I'm
You
with
don't think there's
guys.
something to this? You obviously didn't know when you were getting your tattoo of Dumpy. You have 2 new tattoos, it looks like, Dumpy, right?
Indeed.
What's the other one? I can't really make it up.
Just stupid barbed wire.
Wow.
I was a little drunk. I said, screw it. Start tatting away.
Barbed wire.
Yeah.
He's always about 11 years late for everything, but better late than never.
That's right, man.
Real barbed wire around your arm and squeeze it on real tight. That'd really make a statement. Instead, I'll have a painting of it.
So you think it's just nothing that should be addressed, that while you were getting Dumpy put on your left bicep, coincidentally, yet again, another connection between you and gay phone operator? I mean, they pretend like they hate each other every time they talk on the air.
We don't pretend. I can't stand a little bastard.
Actually, the last time they appeared on the air together, the word is that dump truck guy hung up the phone and was calling people trying to legitimately get gay phone operator's home address so he could go there and kill him.
Kill him.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what happened. It was a few weeks ago. I don't really remember. All I know from what I heard is that Dumpy was so pissed off at some of the things that Gay said to him that when he hung up the phone for hours afterwards, if he would have been able to find out successfully where gay phone operator lived, gay phone operator may not be alive right now. Is that fair to say or no?
That's a damn fair statement, man.
Why did you let gay phone operator
I don't know.
get under your skin to that degree?
I don't know. And I didn't care at the time. If I was going to go to jail for life, I'm killing this bastard.
Wow.
Whoa.
Just pissed me off, man. I'm sorry.
You don't feel that way now. You let it all go.
Yeah, let it go. It ain't worth it.
Jeez.
Oh, it's always nice when you can let it go. And, but you did feel that way then, and you do have a temper.
Yeah, just a slight one.
Mm-hmm.
Usually Cuervo-induced, but yes.
Wow.
Cuervo-fueled temper. Not good.
All right. What was it they were talking about? What was it? Did he knock your wife or something?
He
degraded my wife.
Yeah,
He degraded your wife.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Who by the way, is one of his good friends. So,
Wow.
I mean,
they've talked.
Well, yeah,
They've had
when we're out at like functions or whatever, they're like buddy.
When we've had
drives me up the
morning
frickin'
show
wall.
functions, they've when we've had morning show functions, they have gotten along very well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
yet he
very
turned on her when he was fighting with you a couple of weeks ago and was making negative comments about her.
Yep.
But you know what? That's his M.O. It is. It's Gay's M.O.
Oh, jeez. What's that now, Terry?
He doesn't appreciate really good friendships.
Exactly.
He doesn't.
Well, I think his M.O. is just to go for the jugular at whatever he feels is going to hurt the person he's fighting. And obviously he picked the right button because Dump Truck Guy just absolutely went off the deep end and was ready to put his hands around gay phone operator's oversized throat and not let go.
I think that was probably his HOMO.
But the thing is that
Choked out by Dumpy.
here's Dumpy's wife being really nice to him and stuff. And it's, attacking her is not right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my only thing.
Wow. Was gay phone operator on Terry Cam this morning?
Of course he is.
Would he like to? Is he requesting to see Dumpy's newly bleach summer look, although it needs to be touched up. It is
Oh, he already
more
said some kind of
bleach than ever. He said some kind of what?
Sexual connotation towards him, of course. Yes, I want to see it. And his hot chest. Show me.
So now he's flirting with him again.
Yes.
I'll show you my butthole. That's what
Okay.
Wow.
You know what? You're probably giving him way more than he ever asked for.
See, there's the contradiction right there.
You see, he thinks, dump truck guy thinks he's hitting them with some ammunition there,
right,
when all he's doing is hitting them in the sweet spot.
Go easy.
You're the one that said it.
I know. I don't know why I'm saying it. Sorry, take it back.
Because it would probably gross most people out, but that's what he does. That's who he is.
That's his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Care not.
You're right up his alley now.
Lick my bag.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? This is a family show, and let's stop it.
All right, sorry.
All right? You are a contradiction.
Sorry.
You better start realizing that.
Okay.
Maybe you guys should press tattoos up against each other.
Negative.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a cool visual to see them both in different tattoo, studios, looking out the window, wondering what the other one's doing.
It really would make for a great sitcom.
It would, yes.
Terry, what else is going on in the world, please? What else is happening?
Well,
Dump Truck Guy is going to, in the next break, make a big appearance on Terry Cam. For those who are requesting, I'll give you a couple last minutes to punch up Terry Cam at the TManShow.com. That is the TManShow.com, and Dump Truck Guy will be chatting away. Even though he can't type to save his life.
That's it. It's going to take a whole break to say hi.
And Terry's going to have to... Dumpy's going to dictate to Terry what words he wants to convey to those who are asking him questions, because he can't type. He doesn't know where any letter is found on any keyboard in any place in this great world of ours. But he will be making an appearance. He'll be sitting in the Terry Free chair. So, what else is happening out there, Terry?
Looks
What
like
else is
Britney
happening?
Spears still isn't quite ready to take care of herself, according to a court commissioner overseeing her entire case. He basically extended the...
her custody rights have been tripled, so that's all she really cares about. She doesn't need his approval on how she's doing overall. She just wants what she's after, and that's to be able to see her own own children that she carried, and then dislodged from her own womb, Terry.
But I think at some point you want to be able to take care of your own finances and stuff like that.
So she's not allowed to...
Right. She can't do that either. So
who's in control of her finances?
Her dad. Still.
So how's he been doing with those?
Pretty good. I guess he
assets?
gives her like a little bit of an allowance, like $2,000 a week or whatever, and that's all she gets.
It's got to feel good to feel like a 9-year-old.
I guess so.
All right.
Yep. Guess so. But we'll see what happens. But you're right. The kids, she's getting those back.
Well, little by little, it sounds like Britney is mellowing out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a long-term trend and not just a short-term blip. Right, Dumpy?
Ended.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Ended.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Very nice. Well, I don't want to hold off the process of Dump Truck Guy appearing on Terry Cam any longer, Terry.
Okay.
So let me get... Yes, he's fixing his hair right now.
Little Aquanet.
Little last-minute dip.
I'm fresh out. You got any that I could borrow?
And he's ready to go.
T-Man Show. He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Gay. Before you get started on anything, let me ask you this. Hearing what you may have heard in the last segment, I know you did, that it not only caused Dump Truck Guy great grief, but to the point where he wanted to put his hands around your throat and not let go based on some of the things you were saying in a disrespectful fashion about his wife. Are you prepared, upon this call that you're making, to apologize to Dump Truck Guy right off top?
Hell no!
At this moment?
Hell no! No, not at all. Why should I?
Well, because you're now learning that it got him so fired up that he was to the point where he was contemplating, and that's putting it mildly, killing you.
Yeah?
Doesn't move you at all in any fashion.
No, because you know what? Everybody expects me not to respond and just accept and take what everybody dishes out to me without me reacting. And no, I'm not going to. I'm going to react. I'm going to give my opinion. I don't care.
Because you're a fighter.
Well, I'm not a fighter, but you know what?
You're a lover?
I can be as big a bitch as anybody else.
You can be a what?
As big a bitch as anybody else.
Well, probably even bigger. But anyway,
yeah, definitely.
Dump Truck Guy, does that bother you to know that based on some of the hardcore comments he made about an innocent person and all this, who's not even here to defend herself, not a part of this show really, just the only relationship she has to the show is that she's the Dump Truck Guy wife, and yet she was called nasty things by Gay Phone Operator, the fact that he won't apologize, does that get you re-fired up, or did he leave all that anger in the last time that this thing was discussed?
No, I'm fine, man. Screw it. No skin off my sack.
Okay.
Wow.
Lynn, back to your sack. You want it, Lynn?
I can't. I can't air this stuff, Terry.
Why do you gotta go there?
These two are so graphic.
I have to go there?
Oh, jeez.
He went there. He's been there several times.
Whoa.
In your dreams, that's it.
Do you think there's anything special about the notion that while you were getting your GPO tattoo, little did you know, it's not like you guys compared notes and decided to go, unless you want to tell us maybe you guys have been calling each other behind the scenes, and decided to go out and get simultaneous tattoos, one saying GPO and one saying Dumpy. If it's not that, then we have to realize the amazing coincidence of two soulmates that have to realize the deep love they have for each other. Went out and got tattoos at the same time frame in their lives. What do you think about that, GPO?
I kind of like it. I would have held his hand when he got his.
Yeah. So Dumpy may not acknowledge that there's some underlying bubbling of romance going on between him and Gay Phone Operator, but Gay Phone Operator does realize that there always has been a connection from even before they met on the program. They walked the halls of the same high school, coincidentally. And they weren't in the same circles. I think it's easy to imagine that they weren't, Terry. They didn't run with the same crowd.
Are you sure?
And yet they're not far apart in the same yearbook, only to realize that when they reunited. Oh, and it felt so good on this program.
Yeah, I wasn't with the sweater vest guys like he was.
Oh, boy. And I wasn't with the faggots. So there you go.
Gee.
Yeah, I didn't hang out with the faggots then either. I hung out with the jocks, actually.
Well, do you wish you did? Now, looking back on your high school days, do you wish you were more real as to who you were, or what? Would you have had a better high school life if you did hang out with the gay people? Was there a little gay clique in your high school that you just denied, or what?
Not at all. Please, I got to hang out with the jocks. I had plenty of fun. I was where I needed to be.
And they didn't know you were gay, or what?
No, not at all.
But you did.
Oh, I knew, yeah.
And you weren't telling anyone.
I didn't tell anybody in high school.
And you were more than happy to watch the jocks undress.
Oh, I was the concessions manager for the wrestling team.
You were an athletic supporter. That's right.
I totally was an athletic supporter.
Mm-hmm.
You see where that may have been a problem, you managing concessions? Maybe you should have picked something else, right?
Yeah, but I still got to see all the guys in the wrestling thing.
But this didn't take away time for you being in the Future Farmers Club of America, right?
Well, that was at the time I was in Future
Farmers.
I was. I raised pigs.
Yes, I remember Dump Truck Guy bringing in the yearbook and seeing Gay Phone Operator in a Future Farmers picture.
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't know who the hell he was.
Yep.
He was struggling with his identity.
Yes.
And he thought he was going to be a farmer.
I didn't think I was going to be a farmer. It was an easy A.
Well, he's gotten the fields plowed, but not the way that he imagined, Terry.
Yeah, he ain't growing corn. He's growing corn holes. That's about it.
There's a fire in the hole, but I don't even know how that applies. But anyway, Gay.
What?
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, you're like,
I'm asking you a question, and I haven't even asked it yet, and you already sound all like, I hate to have to put it in a term like this, but all raggy. What's the problem?
Wow.
I'm just nervous about this weekend.
What do you got going on this weekend?
It's the
Tomorrow night's movie night.
Movie night.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that crap.
So good.
Yeah.
So gay.
So you nervous about it?
I'm very nervous about it.
Because you know it's going to be a bad turnout, and even if it's a moderately decent turnout, you know it's going to be really awkward and uncomfortable, and it's just going to be a disaster of an evening, right?
I don't want that to happen, but I think it might.
Yes. Which one do you think might more likely happen? That it's a terrible turnout for your movie and Tupperware night, and you'll be letting your sister down because she's expecting big Tupperware sales?
It's my cousin,
And little do the gay coalition, the Rainbow Coalition people know that they're being used to just garner up Tupperware sales for your cousin, and it's all just a big ploy? Or are you worried that it's just going to be a bad turnout? What is your biggest fear? I'm sorry, I forgot.
If there's not a lot of sales, that's okay. I at least tried for her, but I really wanted it to be a good movie night for everybody to get together and have a good time.
Mm-hmm. And what refreshments might you be serving amongst the many?
Popcorn. I'm getting movie candy. I'm getting sandwiches. I'm getting fruit trays. I'm getting veggie
fruit trays.
I'm gonna lay down on the corner.
Movie candy. In other words, he's going to Walgreens and he's buying the bigger boxes of snow caps.
Jeez.
No, totally. I'm getting all the movie candy. I'm getting all the different kinds that you can get at the theater.
You're really pulling out all the stops here.
I want people to have a good time.
Wait, how do you pronounce the word theater?
Theater.
Theater. The theater. I hope everyone's comfortable in the theater.
They will be comfortable at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you worried? You have all these new faux friends now. It should be packed.
You know, they're not faux friends because they actually will show.
But for how long is the question? Maybe they'll show tonight. Maybe they'll even show next time. But how many more times in the future will they show up consistently for Gay Phone Operator before you blow, yet another friendship in your life?
Okay, so far they've been pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
How long has that been, though?
I think it's already established itself as a pretty rocky type relationship between you and even the people in your own Rainbow Coalition, Gay, all right? Now, why don't you get like all the other girls in America and get excited about the launching of Sex and the City tonight? How come you're not taking your crew out to see that big launching of a chick flick?
Because I already had this planned.
So you weren't aware that tonight was the big Sex and the City release, or what?
Not when we planned it, no.
We
planned this months ago.
I heard this discussion talked about on a TV show last night when I was flipping through the channels. Let me ask you this question. Do you think the Sex and the City women, it's a big Sex and the City launch today, Terry. I know you're all worked up yourself about it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the Sex and the City girls are pretty, yes or no? The 4 girls that sat around the coffee table or the coffee shop for episode upon episode, season upon season. Do you think those 4 girls, would you qualify them, would you classify them as pretty women, yes or no?
Yes.
Only one of them.
See, I agree with that, and even that's a stretch. And I believe you're referring to Kristen Davis. I think you're referring to, what was her character name on Sex and the City? Charlotte.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Charlotte.
Yes.
Terry says all 4. You're not saying all 4 are pretty.
I think they're pretty.
The redheaded lawyer kind of chick that turned out.
Cynthia Nixon.
I think for their ages and the roles they play, sure.
You got the old one, you got the skinny one, you got the lesbian, and then you got the cute one.
Who's the old one? Samantha?
Yeah, the one that was in Mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mannequin.
That's how he knows her.
Old man. Mannequin.
But on the show, you look at those 4 and you say, oh, those are pretty women.
Yeah.
See, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, I don't think they're ugly.
I'm not going to go as far as to say they're ugly, but I'm not going to say they're pretty by any means.
Attractive, at least?
Even Charlotte, I'm not going to say, I'm not trying to change your opinion, Terry. You already said all 4. You look at them, you give them a once-over, and you say, yes, that's a pretty table of women over there.
I think so.
I'm going to say that they're not. I'm going to say Charlotte is on the right side of marginal, so she's on the good side of the marginal little area.
Got it.
But overall, they're not. These 4 women are not that pretty. And I think, and this was discussed on a TV show I was watching last night, and I couldn't help but agree. And I never thought about it this way. And you tell me if you agree. That if this was the same show with 4 really freaking blow you through the door kind of hot women here, like if these were 4 model-looking beauty type hotness situations going on, if these 4 women in this show with the same storyline, one being a columnist, whatever Sarah Jessica Parker's little part was, I watched episodes here and there. I'm not going to the movie. I don't know all that there is to know about Sex and the City, but I know enough.
Right.
If these 4 were exchanged for 4 really, really hot women, would the show have been successful, yes or no? And the answer is, before you even think about it, is no, because obviously women made this show a success, and women don't like to watch four women in a TV show, Terry. 4 hot women. They wouldn't have accepted this show. They wouldn't have embraced this show if these 4 women were really, really hot. The reason the show made it is because women out there could relate to these somewhat maybe slightly above average when you...
Well, that's what I was going to say. They were more average, more everyday.
You just said a second ago they're good looking.
No, I think...
So which way you going now?
You just asked me if I think they were pretty. Yes, I do think they're very pretty women.
Not pretty.
There's plenty of very pretty women in the world today.
If they were really pretty, the show wouldn't have been a success, because the whole concept of the show being successful, the whole reason the show was a major success in television ratings and winning Emmys and stuff, was that women were willing to watch it and embrace the show because they just seemed like everyday women. And if you had the same exact storyline, same writing, same lines being delivered, same funny little witty banter going on, it would have been watched by nobody if the characters were replaced by 4 different actresses who were really, really hot. And that says something about women, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Answer me! Of course it does.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being able to relate to...
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But what there is something wrong about is that women hold a lot of animosity towards really, really pretty women. Women have a lot of just uncomfortable, negative feelings as it pertains to really, really hot women. It doesn't say anything about women being all accepting of mediocre to decent-looking women. That's why, hey, the show's a success. Good, wonderful, everyone's happy. But what doesn't get addressed is that if these were really beautiful women, 4 absolute just hotness beauties sitting up there doing the same exact show with the same exact episodes each time, same writing, same lines, no one would have watched it.
But you know what?
Women won't watch hot women.
But you know what? The other thing, too, is how often do you see very, very hot, beautiful, gorgeous women all getting along that well? Because within that group itself,
maybe you're starting to get the point.
There's a lot of, just... a lot of jealousy and stuff like that within that circle anyway.
Ding, ding, ding.
Women don't want to watch hot women because they watch it every weekend in the club.
And they know they can't compete, and it just rubs them the wrong way, and they just want to kill them all. And
well, it's always been known that women are very competitive and very catty towards one another.
This was a show where these 4 women's flaws were shown, and not just shown, but exposed to the highest degree. And women appreciated that, and women made this show a success, because not many shows about women have been embraced by women to this degree.
Right.
And when you get all the hype, when you think about all the hype that's going into tonight with all the women getting excited about getting together with their little female cliques and running out to the theaters in groups of 4 to 30, doing the little TGI Fridays drink situation going on.
Pizza shitters,
Wow.
And then heading over to the AMC or whatever theater they're going to, all giggly and cackly and all excited to see Samantha and
leopard print cowboy hat. Where are you? I'm putting you on.
Oh my God!
Get all worked up about seeing their favorite Fab 4. It's an interesting little situation to think about. That the same exact show would not have been successful if these were 4 really, really gorgeous ladies. And they were far from that, I'm sorry to tell you.
They were pretty.
Even Sarah Jessica Parker in the wrong light could look like the Elephant Woman. All right?
I think Charlotte's pretty hot, though. I think she's hotter than you think.
For an older woman?
Or just even, how about when the show first started, when they were that age? Charlotte's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the show started, Charlotte was only about 27 years old or something like that. Dump Truck Guy, do you have anything to add to this? How many episodes of Sex and the City have you watched in your life?
0.
Oh. Have you watched 1 minute of one episode, would you say?
No.
What about Sex in the Trailer Park?
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Funny guy.
Well, since you brought it up, would you watch a show called Sex in the Trailer Park?
Yeah, man. When is it? Tuesday at 8?
What time can I come over?
Never. Matter of fact, yeah, come over so I can choke you.
I want you to put your hands around me.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
Oh, boy.
He keeps inviting me.
He's stupid.
All right. Gay?
So if you want information, go to Rainbow. www.
I cut him off.
Stupid.
He's laughing. His jolly little self in the camera.
1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to the phones for the first time really on this last Friday of the month of May 2008. Let me start with Sally Cell. Is Sally Cell a person in here? I can already tell
Sally
just
Cell.
by the way their name on the call screen is written and how it sounds, Terry.
Sally.
As to whether they're likely to have been a loyal Terry Cam participant for some time or not. I just see Sally Cell up there and I had a feeling that they're a regular
yeah.
squatter in Terry Cam land. Yes, Sally Cell, good morning.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
I was calling because, number one, I do agree with you that Charlotte was the only cute one. But I do think that it would be successful even if they were cute.
Well, you'd be wrong. No women would have really allowed themselves to get all engulfed in the storylines and watching these shows if they saw.
I think I would.
Well,
they had this show, right? And it only aired for like one season. But for that one season, I was hooked. And it was like Cashmere Mafia, so it was like the pretty version.
Oh yeah, Cashmere Mafia.
Oh, that's right.
I remember my wife watching that too. But
Did she
and
like
talking
it,
about it
though?
and liking it, yeah. And actually, now that I say all that, you have to then think that Desperate Housewives is a pretty hot cast, and they do pretty well. So maybe everything I said is...
Some of them.
Well, yeah, I think...
Well, they're all pretty. Eva Longoria, Terry Hatcher, and Nicolette Sheridan.
Yeah, Nicolette, but
Michael Bolton's wife, yeah.
They're pretty freaking hot.
But you know what?
They're
You
not
could
bad.
compare them to...
You cannot compare them to the
Yes, you
Sex and the
can,
City girls.
because
Terry.
Nicolette Sheridan and what's her name?
Terry.
Kim Cattrall are
If you're-
basically...
What, twins?
Well, I mean...
Not even close. I mean, Nicolette Sheridan, I'm not saying by any means blows the doors off the hotness world, but Kim Cattrall, they made her out to be a lot more pretty. They convinced you that she was a lot more pretty than she really is on the show. All
Yeah,
right?
she's not.
She ain't that great. She's old. She's got a weird body.
Man.
I'm not saying count me out.
All right.
But don't try to compare it. You're saying the cast of Sex and the City on the looks level is about equivalent to the Desperate Housewives cast?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Come on! That's not true, Terry.
Who's the...
You're way overrating the Sex and the City cast as far as their looks are concerned. The Sex and the City girls are not very pretty.
Well, I think on the whole Desperate Housewives thing, you only really have two that are super hot.
Well, it's 2 out of pretty much 3 or 4 that are regulars. How many you
But
want?
for whatever reason, some people think that Jessica... what's her butt is really, really hot for whatever.
Sarah Jessica Parker? Sarah Jessica Parker, I don't think any guy really thinks she's hot.
There are moments, but for whatever reason, she's got some appeal.
There was one movie she looked pretty cute in, and that was Honeymoon in Vegas. And even, again, in the wrong light there, she looked like the Elephant Woman. But in Sex and the City, she never looked really hot. She's cute enough to make it happen, but as far as her being hot, no one's ever going to accuse her of being hot, Terry.
Yeah, I think I'm more into Matthew Broderick.
Mm-hmm. Give a man his choice. You'd rather have sex with Matthew Broderick
I like
than,
Ferris.
than a really long face Sarah Jessica Parker.
Looks a bit like a foot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
When a woman's face looks like a foot, it's not the greatest compliment you could ever give a woman.
That cannot be good.
All right.
A foot.
Now, Sally, you going to go out and watch this movie tonight or no?
Sell.
Are you
Not tonight. I'm going to do it next week.
Uh-huh. All right. Thank you for the call, baby. Anything else you wanted to add, or is that it?
Nope, that's it.
See you in chat.
All right.
You sound more excited than she does, Terry.
Way more.
Does that bother you?
No.
Mm.
I know she's excited.
See you in chat. All right. Ryan, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Oh, Ryan's a woman. Yes, Ryan.
I want to say I completely agree with you, T. I don't think the show would have been nearly as successful if all 4 women were drop dead gorgeous. I've watched the show since the beginning, and I think the reason why women watch it so much is because it's for average-looking women who they can relate with. If it was for incredibly hot women, people would have lost interest in it really fast.
When you average them out, it's for average-looking women. Now, Kristen Davis is maybe a notch or two above average, and the redheaded lawyer girl who turned out when
I don't think the redheaded lawyer girl is attractive in any way.
Yeah, since the show ended, she came out and announced that she's a lesbian, right?
Yeah. She was like, has a kid and everything, and was married for something.
It took her about 50 years of her life to find herself.
Okay, now I'm gay. Go.
She's the one who is keeping it a complete average cast as far as their overall looks are concerned, because she's a couple of notches. I'll say she's a notch or two below average. Is that fair?
Yeah, you throw out the high and the low when you do the average.
We graded on the bell curve, too, by the way. Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
You have to look at their age also. These are much older women, and for their age, I would have to say that they are not unattractive, but they're not the most gorgeous girls out there.
No, you can't give them a break on age, because you can't give them extra credit or grade on that kind of curve because of the success of the show. When the show started, it was like 10 some odd years ago, and they still were an average-looking cast.
Yeah, I agree.
All right?
I completely agree. I agree with you. I think if there were 4 gorgeous women, it would not have been as successful. I know I probably wouldn't have watched it for every season that I've watched it.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a good weekend, baby.
I will. I'm going to see it tonight.
With a bunch of girls?
Oh, yeah. We've got like 7 or 8 girls going.
That's all that it's going to be, Terry.
I guess so.
Any guy who is found in one of these theaters there should be a team of guys that just go from theater to theater pummeling any guy they see. Wow. Would you like to be a part of that group?
Indeed, I'm in.
If you could, totally get away, no arrests, no citations, no nothing, and you could just go from theater to theater pummeling dudes who are found, caught alive in the section of the city theater, would you be on the crew that would just pummel away?
Yeah, just give me a aluminum bat.
But the kind of guy that's in there, you're not going to want to fight anyway. You know, he's going to be a total dork.
Well, that's why he deserves an extra pummeling.
Yeah.
Try one last-ditch effort in his life to toughen him up.
Unless he's gay, then he deserves to be there. Right, you can't.
There's no way I get direct to this movie tonight, is there?
He deserves it.
Sounds like you're in. Yes. You're trying to tell us.
No. The only reason I say that there's a slight possibility, even though it won't happen, Terry, is because my parents are coming in from town from the East Coast this weekend.
Right.
And they're probably, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow night. You know, how much can you do with your, 60-year-old parents?
You want to play canasta again, Dad?
So, they like to do stuff together, my mom and dad. So they may say, let's go to the movies, and they may want to see this. And then what choice do I have?
Ooh. It's going to be T-Man and Jerry. Sex in the City.
Sex in the City.
I mean, I ain't doing it, Terry, but I'm just saying I may not have a choice, even though I don't have a choice, I'm not doing it.
So when you come back on Monday and say, okay, I went and saw the movie, we'll all know that it was only because.
I would admit it. And I would.
You're setting it up.
I would make myself exposed, to those who are walking around from theater to theater pummeling the guys, Terry. I would say I'm ready and deserving of my beating. Bring it on.
I love watching people have sex on camera sitting by my mom. That always makes me feel really comfortable.
Because 2 hours.
Yeah, what do you think, Mom? He's got a big one, huh?
I mean, once in a while, guys watched, as I said, Terry, an episode of Sex and the City when it was on HBO. Because when it came down to it, it was a 27-minute show, and you could tolerate it.
Yeah.
But 2 hours of this, no guy should be subjected to have to be coerced by his girlfriend to go seeing this movie, Terry. There's no excuse for this. None. Not even my parents, who may not have many good days left for all I know, in their last wish of taking the time to go see a movie with them. I ain't doing it!
There's not another movie that they might want to go see?
Well, they're not like Iron Man people, and I still...
Strangers.
Oh, yeah, take them.
Well, I took a few years ago. How many years ago did The Grudge come out? I saw The Grudge on opening night with Rita and Jerry.
Wow.
So they aren't the scary movies.
Well, there you go.
So maybe they'll see Strangers.
Yeah.
I forgot that opens again tonight.
I did not, but I'm nervous about it.
You're nervous that's not going to be any good?
Yes. It looks like it could be awesome.
But I think just with Liv Tyler in there, you can't go that wrong. Liv has enough sex appeal to me that her running around all scared is going to be enough to get me through an hour and a half of this movie. And this movie will only be like a 90-minute movie.
But if you see a 16-year-old girl standing there, how scared are you? You go punch her in the face.
I like a nice...
But that never happened.
God. Oh, I'm so scared of a 16-year-old girl.
one girl walking around.
No, it's a family, right?
There's 3 of them. Well, you take one down and you move on to
you know what? I'm going to send a 16-year-old girl just standing outside your house, see how tough you are.
All right. So scared.
You're just going to walk out there and punch her in the face.
16-year-old with a mask on. Ooh, what do I do? God.
With a machete all bloodied up.
Oh, yeah. I'm so scared.
You're like, honey, why are you under the bed? Come on out. You're supposed to protect us.
So I'm a little worried it might be a little corny. And it was supposed to come out a year ago, too. I've been reading about it for a while.
And they put it on the shelf?
Got twice. They pushed it back.
And it's not a good sign.
First-time director, too.
Dump truck guy and his wife never go to movies.
That's weird.
That is
Never.
weird.
Last time they've been to a movie was
Top Gun.
Nah, I think
So good. Have you guys seen it? It's awesome. You're gonna love it.
I've never been to a movie with my wife. Ever.
Ever?
You've never sat down in the theater. You've been married for 15 years, dump truck guy. You've never sat down in the theater, big bucket of popcorn, a couple of Sour Patch Kids, and just enjoyed a 2-hour little situation with your wife.
Nope.
You being just...
I swear to God, dude. I swear on my life.
Wow, why?
Just, I don't know. For
not
one,
our thing.
I'm not going to go 2 hours without a cigarette.
Oh, wow.
You're taking a flight, though.
Doesn't mean you can't walk out of the theater for 5 minutes.
Then you spend $7 and miss out the movie.
He thinks movies cost $7.
That shows that he hasn't been for a while. $7.
Or whatever. I don't know. I'll wait for the DVD.
Mm-hmm. So you do watch movies on DVD?
Oh, yeah.
And you kick back and you're lazy boy with a 6-pack.
Killer surround, yes. It's movie quality.
Mm-hmm. So you got surround sound?
Oh, yeah.
You got the Dolby speakers.
Yeah, big old 12-inchers.
Oh, geez.
4 of them.
We're not talking about after-movie activities.
Wow.
All right.
That's so weird. You never been to a movie with your wife ever. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Donnie is coming on to admit that he's being dragged by his fiancée to see Sex and the City tonight, and he's ready to take on his beating halfway through the movie.
There you go.
When the crew comes around. Donnie, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
What can I do for you, sir?
I just wanted to let you know that the Rainbow Coalition runs the world.
Yeah, here we go.
They think they're all cute.
Well, yeah, they do.
Is that what they think right now, Terry?
Yeah.
They do. They think they really got you.
He does have his own blog.
Who's that?
Gay. So they feel that they're part of the blog because they're part of Rainbow Coalition and they're all with Gay.
The only reason that Gay has that blog is that I laid my T-Man endorsement on giving him the blog on the tmanshow.com, Terry. Not only could that blog come down, but so could his entire website with just one quick call to Computer Freak or Greg the Internet Guy, who's got some issues right now. But anyway,
don't do it. What kind of issues?
He's got some issues of his own, and he'd probably rather not have discussed on the air.
No one knows who he is. Feel free.
Got some personal issues. He's dealing with it. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Well, I'm worried about little G-Take.
Well, he's a little nice guy, and he's going to be fine. He's going to be absolutely fine. Everything's going to be wonderful.
And he's an occasional hookup, so I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
I know you have very few hookups, but you count on the ones you have, so don't worry about it. He's, I'm sure, still in the perfect mode to be...
All right. More now than ever.
Better than ever.
Sounds good.
All right.
G-Take. I'm in.
Yes.
Hey, day.
Anyway, what was I saying now?
Gay phone number. You can take his website down with one call to Computer Freak.
That's right. Because these Rainbow Coalition dweebs, Terry.
Oh, yeah, his faux friends.
And there's only like 3 of them because I saw them at the car show recently that we had. And they came up to me. And they're all like acting so sweet. Right?
I know.
They're all like so nice. Oh, blah, blah, T-Man, oh, blah. All right? So I'm nice back to them. And then they think they're all cool by calling up saying they want to talk about a subject and then, pull the wool out from under my eyes or whatever the expression is by giving me the Rainbow Coalition line. Yeah. Oh, how clever.
Welcome to the world of faux friends, man. That's what you get. Nice to your face and then rip you behind your back.
I knew that no guy was being dragged to Sex and the City, Terry.
I know.
And how about Pasty being fooled by the Rainbow Coalition?
Jeez,
so easy.
Pasty.
What's your name? All right, where you going?
Could have tossed around Miss Kitty a couple of dozen times yesterday, turns that down, and now to rub extra salt in his freaking wounds of life.
Yep.
Wow. He gets fooled by the Rainbow Coalition. Just going from bad to worse.
Not good.
That says it all. Okay, now, Roberto is calling, saying he saw a midnight screening of Sex and the
Yeah,
City.
because they did have that last, yeah.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, Roberto?
I'm all right.
Holding my breath. Yes, Roberto.
I went to go see Sex and the City last night, the midnight show with my fiance.
And where did you go see it?
In San Leandro.
And how did it all work out for you guys? Luckily, we didn't have our crew going from theater to theater last night at midnight.
You know what? It was a pretty good movie. A lot of good sex scenes.
Really, Roberto? 2 hours of this, and you're reporting to us that you had a good experience with...
It was all good as long as they had some real fresh popcorn.
He doesn't ask for much out of life, Terry.
The popcorn sucked.
I thought you just said they had nice, fresh popcorn.
No, he said it's all good if they have fresh popcorn.
Oh, if they would have
fresh popcorn.
Uh-huh.
At midnight, what do you want?
That's true.
You didn't feel like after a half hour and you realized there's another hour and a half to go of this movie that the walls were closing in on you? I mean, you are a guy, right? When I'm not talking to a woman here, correct, Roberto?
No, this is a guy talking.
Uh-huh. and you gave the movie, like, 2 thumbs up or what?
I'll give it a good 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
That looks like you're getting...
Maybe if there wasn't no sex scenes, it would be worse.
Too bad your girlfriend couldn't get a good 8.
My girlfriend gets a 10 every night.
She does.
Yeah, I do her twice.
You have to do it 3 1/4 times. Because you're such a large man. I get it now. And only a large, confident man like Roberto, Terry, is willing to be seen at Sex and the City in San Leandro, Terry.
Yep.
And loving it so much that he's giving it an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. So good.
I will give it an 8.
Well, maybe because of you and the word you're saying right now, there'll be a couple of guys who won't be as reluctant to go with their fiancés and girlfriends.
Well, you might get lucky after the movie.
So you're telling us that because of this movie, you got sex when you might not have ordinarily gotten sex from your own girlfriend?
Yep.
It got her in the... It got her in the mood, and especially in the mood because every time she was realizing that she was at the first screening of Sex and the City, all she had to do was look over to her left and see her boyfriend sitting there, unless you were on her right.
Exactly.
Well, that's something we must take into consideration, Terry.
Yep. Take your wife, T-Man.
Yes, of course. That's what I'm looking for, especially with the parents in town, is extra good sex tonight.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jerry, listen to this. Hey, see that girl over there? I'm going to give it to her. She's so good.
You may want to put some earplugs, Dad, because things are getting really noisy around here in about 5 minutes.
I'm about to pull that girl right now.
I want to thank Sarah Jessica Parker for my foreplay.
Yeah. Nothing turns me on more than Cynthia Nixon naked. God.
Oh, that fiery bush, let me tell you.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Nothing gets you more hot than that, huh, Terry? Yeah.
The T-Man Show. Nearly kicked out because of a kiss. Not because they kissed, but who they were kissing. Marley Ginter is live with why the 2 women think safety security officers went too far. Marley?
Show us your Ginter.
Sounds painful.
What's a Ginter?
What is this? What's happening here? I think I know what this is. I think this is the same situation that happened at a Dodger game a couple of years ago. 2 women were kissing each other at a baseball game, and security approached them and told them to stop or leave.
Yes.
You think progress is being made with every year that passes, with more tolerance and acceptance of people that have a couple of differences from maybe the way you are in the world, and then you find that the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Slapped in the face of reality.
Mm-hmm. I guess we're going to find out from the Ginter.
Who they were kissing. Marley Ginter is live with why the 2 women think safety security officers went too far. Marley?
They say they're lesbians and they're not afraid to show it, but that got them in trouble.
Oh, did you hear that, Terry?
Yeah.
Just in case you missed it.
Not afraid to show it, or they are afraid?
They're not afraid to show it.
Oh, that's good news.
They say they're lesbians and they're not afraid to show it.
Oh, by the way, one of these 2 lesbians is really good looking, Terry.
Oh, really?
All right. Not both, which is, I guess, kind of typical with lesbian couples more and more these days, Terry. One really hot, one not so much. Sorry to say. But if you Google the story,
okay, hold on.
and we can make it easier for you. Let me find the pictures of these girls myself. with the help of Pasty Dave, which means he'll do it, and throw it up on the tmanshow.com so you can see these two ladies. Or if you just find the one I'm talking about, you won't have a hard time deciphering which one the good-looking one is.
Because it's about lesbians, I choose to use Yahoo. I like to put it in the old Yahoo. Easier to find them.
I see where you're going with that.
Who they were kissing. Marley Ginter is live with why the two women think safety security officers went too far. Marley?
They say they're lesbians and they're not afraid to show it, but that got them in trouble and nearly kicked out of a Mariners game.
Oh, jeez.
And he goes, well, there's a lady that said that her son saw you guys making out, and I've seen it too, and it needs to stop. Wow. I was like, well, we weren't making out, but we were kissing, and I'm not going to stop. Like,
Sabrina Guerrero.
You know? And now we're not going to stop. Now it's just going to be Max Session personified.
She's used that same line with her parents, I'm sure. Don't try to use that one on her. She's heard that before.
She is pretty filled with armor as far as comments like that are concerned.
There's a lady that said that her son saw you guys making out, and I've seen it too, and it needs to stop. I was like, well, we weren't making out, but we were kissing, and I'm not going to stop. Like,
Sabrina Guerrero says she only gave her date a peck on the lips, but a mother sitting with her son...
That's a good start.
...complained to security.
A mother sitting with her son complained to security.
But a mother sitting with her son complained to security, and they were told to stop or leave.
Oh, geez.
Sabrina says the only reason why she got called out was because her date was a girl.
She's absolutely right. There's no way a mother is even noticing a man and a woman who have a kissing moment. As a matter of fact, a lot of these arenas now have this little feature called Kiss the Girls, where they'll put the camera on a couple that's just sitting there in the crowd, and they play this Kiss the Girls song until the couples kiss each other, then everyone in the arena applauds.
Yay! Good job!
So present that in your court case, which obviously is coming against the Mariners. This is just like this exact story happened a couple of years ago at Dodger Stadium, Terry. And now it's just made its way north, I guess. And so did the lesbians.
Sabrina says the only reason why she got called out was because her date was a girl.
The mom doesn't want to explain to the kids, like, why two girls are kissing. And I was just saying, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stop. If you want to, like, kick me out, you're going to have to. And then he goes, well, I suggest that you should leave then.
Safeco Field officials wouldn't talk about the incident, but sent us their code of conduct, which says displays of affection are not appropriate in a public family setting.
That is such bullcrap. Yeah, between two same-sex people is really the
bottom line there.
The asterisk that belongs on that little area of conduct. Because if that is on their true code of conduct, which I would want to see for myself, if there is actually a rule inside of the code of conduct for fans to follow, it is never enforced.
Okay.
All right.
No, I know that. I've been to plenty.
And the Mariners are the last team that really should be kicking fans out right now.
Yeah.
All right?
Literally last team.
If you see the way the team has been playing this season, Terry, they should be making a special section for lesbians to go down on each other if they want to, Terry.
Wow.
All right? Get any fan they could possibly get into that stadium because attendance is really in bad shape right now.
I'm going to need 4 seats behind this section here.
Kicking people out may not be the route they want to take right now.
No.
Especially when they're throwing out little technicalities like, well, it says here in the code of conduct we can't actually believe it ourselves, but we found something that supports why they got thrown out. See right here, you're not supposed to be kissing anyone.
All right, you can't start feeling somebody up at a Mariner game. Like, we get that, but that's not what they were doing here.
Yeah, according to what, it was just a little peck, right?
Well, they were kissing on the lips, yes.
Here and there.
You think peck, you think cheek. This was a kiss on the lips, but it wasn't like this exotic tongue kiss, unfortunately.
Wow, is that what you're hoping?
It was a peck, but on the lips, yes.
Right.
And as I just said, even if it's put in the code of conduct, you'll see in more than just one arena, they have a special feature designed for heterosexual couples to be kissing each other.
Crazy.
So why are these two ladies being tossed?
Safeco Field officials wouldn't talk about the incident, but sent us their code of conduct, which says displays of affection are not appropriate in a public family setting. Sabrina and her friends don't buy it.
Did your friends lash out inappropriately? No. Were they being too sensitive?
You gotta think about the question. What do you mean by lash out? Because she got a good tongue lashing later that night, my girlfriend did, but that's not what you mean, huh?
Right. Called her out on the carpet.
Inappropriately.
No.
Were they being too sensitive?
No. Not too sensitive about a situation like this. I mean, it could have been handled in a different way.
They took pictures of other couples kissing who didn't get a warning.
No, handle it this way, baby.
And those couples were heterosexual.
What they do? They took pictures of other couples kissing at the same game?
Because of the Mariners coming out with the
statement
display
saying,
of affection is not appropriate.
So they went back to the stadium and videotaped other couples kissing at the game?
Well, they probably, as they were walking out or whatever.
These lesbians can be really savvy.
They can, because that's a good move.
That is a shrewd move.
Very good. Kudos to you.
I don't see the security running up to them and kicking them out of the stadium.
And asking them. I don't see, other, people sitting next to them going, oh, don't do that.
Ma'am, you will not kiss your husband in the stadium.
Yeah.
You don't hear that.
Unbelievable.
So very wisely.
Yep.
The lesbian population, very crafty, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Went right back to the stadium with undercover with a man and a camera and recorded other people in the stadium kissing in perhaps even more aggressive fashions than they were.
They took pictures of other couples kissing who didn't get a warning, and those couples were heterosexual.
Were you guys being inappropriate?
No.
Were you carrying on?
No, not at all.
Was it more than a kiss?
Nope. We were eating garlic fries.
Safeco officials.
Oh, jeez.
We were eating garlic fries.
Yeah, no one wants to be kissing after that.
Okay. Those are great.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be my dream to get kicked out of a Mariners game. So you're telling me I have to go home? Okay. Yes. Sorry,
I'm enjoying it so much.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta go.
I'm really not going to be able to see this 13-0 slaughtering to its conclusion.
Oh, dang it.
I can't pay $12 for a beer anymore. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, wow. This is really going to blow me.
No, not at all.
Was it more than a kiss?
Nope. We were eating garlic fries.
Safeco officials are talking with all of the staff that got involved. While they wouldn't go into specifics about this incident, they did tell me that security would never target a same-sex couple.
What do you think they're going to say to you? What an investigative reporter this woman is, let me tell you. I was able to get out of them that they hate homosexuals.
Right, they're going to go out and say that for sure.
Of course, they're going to say they would never target same-sex couples.
Sure.
Wow, some really hardcore reporting you did there.
I got the story, Carl. Let's run it.
Nice job. Let's cut into soaps right now. I got the statement.
Oh, yeah, watch this.
They did tell me that security would never target a same-sex couple.
Mm-hmm. Way to go, Gint.
It's too late. They already did.
The Ginter on the case.
The Ginter.
We got to send the Ginter for this one.
Safeco officials are talking with all of the staff that got involved. While they wouldn't go into specifics about this incident, they did tell me that security would never target a same-sex couple.
I guarantee you the Mariners inside of behind closed doors are doing damage control right now. They're angry about what happened here internally.
Sure.
And they should actually come out and say what is truly going on behind those closed doors, that a mistake was made here.
Yeah.
They're apologizing, and they'd like to move on now from it. Because if you apologize, people are forgiving out there.
They are.
But if you want to make it like, well, we went by the letter of the law,
right,
you're just going to piss people off that much more. And this is a time where the Mariners organization doesn't need to be pissing off any fan base they may have left.
Hey, you are in last place with the worst record in the league.
When this happened at the Dodger game a couple of years ago, the same thing, the Dodgers were in a pennant race. And I think actually went on to be in the playoffs that year.
Well,
they didn't have such big worries.
Have you ever seen the ushers and security at baseball games? They're like 70-year-old guys that need to get out of the house.
I know.
They're retired and their wives are sick of them.
And they're bored. Yeah, they're bored.
I don't know if they're the experts on everything that's going on with security issues there. Some old guy that was, offended by it and kicked him out.
Chris, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that one of them's off of Tequila.
What was that?
One of them's off of Tequila.
She's a contestant.
One of the girls out of these two girls that got kicked out?
The first one or second one? The first season?
Guerrero chick.
I'm not sure what
the hot one, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, one of these two girls is really hot. I'm not surprised she was a contestant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for the scoop, bud.
Yep, no problem.
Way to go. Mm-hmm.
Nice job. You're on the most unwatchable show ever.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. It is a Friday. We've all seen it. 1-866-663-T-Man. Anything you want to talk about on a Friday is fine with me. Anything that is bothering you as we head into this last weekend of May, any relationship problems, any thoughts of any kind, the number is toll-free. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Bill. Bill, you're next up. You're on the air. Hello.
Okay, yeah. I want to race Dumpy.
You want to what?
What?
I want to race Dumpy.
You want to rape him?
No.
I got my dump truck. I want to meet him out there on I-5 and see if we can race.
Oh, you have a dump truck and you want to race Dumpy in his dump truck?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Dumpy, have you ever dragged your dump?
Oh, yeah.
Mobile?
Oh, yeah, he's dragged his dump a few times.
Yeah, my truck goes over 90 mile an hour, dude. It's brand new.
And I got a 3408 Cat, and I'm telling you, man, I'll get with you with the 6 and 4. I'll get with you. You can't beat me.
What kind of rear end you get?
Oh, you know, maybe you guys should take this off the air.
Yeah, it sounds like he wants to drag his dump.
Maybe you guys want a private chat.
Oh, my goodness.
We can tear some. Oh, that's that Tari girl over there. She's about fine.
You're not scared of what dump truck guy
That's
is.
a nice one right there.
Whoa, easy.
You're not scared of what dump truck guy is telling you here, that he could get his rig up to at least 90 plus, or what?
I can hit 100, dog.
Oh, you taking
I hit
that?
100. 100.
I've seen Dumpy's truck. It's brand new. I don't know if you're going to mess with it.
Yeah, just turned 15,000 miles.
Dumpy, are you at all concerned that this guy's going to be able to beat you in a dump truck guy drag race?
Negative.
I want a drag race with dump truck.
Now, what's an appropriate distance for a dump truck to drag race?
I want to see it. Really, I
dump
do.
truck and puff, baby.
Are we
Truck and
talking-
puff. That's the truck and puff thing, man.
Are we talking like, what, about a quarter mile? What are we doing?
Nah, you better go like 2-3 miles, man.
2-3 miles in a drag race?
18 gears, man. It takes forever to get that thing going.
You got to get him up.
It's not exactly a drag race if you're going 3 miles.
That's where a dump truck is.
Everest to Mount Vernon.
Mm-hmm. When you see a sign that says, "Welcome to San Diego," I think the race is over.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, I won.
I'll go all the way to San Diego.
All right. Anyway, I don't think Dumpy's accepting your challenge because you are no challenge, sir. So get off the line. And any second now, he could say Rainbow Coalition for life for all I know.
Right, I know.
Dumpy races Sea-Doos. He's not scared of racing people, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
These Rainbow Coalition dweebs, Terry.
Man, uh-oh.
Got me all concerned now to take stupid calls.
They're winning. They're
No, they're not
terrorizing
winning.
you.
They're just stupid because, first of all, what did the last guy say? Rainbow Coalition taking over the world?
Yes.
There's 3 of them. As I said, I saw them at the car show. They look like a bunch of Oompa Loompas, Terry, and they ain't taking over anything.
One fatter than the next. Holy Toledo.
3 Oompa Loompas are not taking over the world.
They look like that old Russian doll, that little game where you pull the little doll out of the bigger doll. Like in the littler, like it's like
the littlest.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that game, right?
Yeah. Holy crap.
Sure.
One's going to eat the next. None of them buying into that whole cholesterol thing.
Carmen, you're on the air. Hello. Hello, Carmen. Carmen, can you hear me? Carmen dropped off the line.
Oh, damn it.
Esmeralda.
Hey,
You're on the air.
I'm on the air. Great.
Yes. Good morning, Esmeralda.
Good morning.
Not every day we talk to an Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Let's make it a special one, yes.
I hope so.
What can we do for you, baby?
Well, look, I'm seeing this guy who was like 43 years old.
Oh, geez. How old are you?
And he told me he's gay.
That's always a
told me,
nice bonus
like-
for a girlfriend to know about her boyfriend, right?
How long do we...
Yeah.
Does that take the relationship of you and him to the next level, or what?
No.
No.
No, he's being an asshole. He's like
geez.
just treating me good at first. And
Right,
treating me
keep your
nice.
language clean, all right? This is a family
Sorry.
show. I don't need to hear you bringing up all kinds of curse words.
Sorry.
Just because your boyfriend is doing anything he possibly can to get out of the relationship with you.
I'm gay.
That's what it is.
I'm gay
right?
and I have AIDS.
I know.
That's what it is.
You still in or out? I need to know.
You're sensing that's what it is too, huh? Or are you just taking my word for it?
No, I kind of figured that out.
You
know?
don't really believe he's gay?
Well,
How long you been a couple, you and him?
6 months.
And how many times have you and him? How many times have you had sex approximately? Would you say in the 6 months?
It was like a once-a-month type of thing.
So you've had sex, give or take, about 5 or 6 times?
About 5 times.
5 times. Now, when you have sex with this man, how old are you, by the way? You said he's 43. How old are you?
28.
28. When you have sex with this man, did anything strike you as to a feeling of, it feels like I'm having sex with a homo? Anything like that? Any kind of feelings that made you feel like this isn't the feeling of what it would be like to have sex with a heterosexual man? Or did that never strike you? Did that never hit your radar at any point, at any time?
It did. He was really weird in bed, you know, and he didn't like to do certain things, like touch the woman, you know, like
yes, and then when he asked you to wear the fake mustache, did that kind of catch you off guard a little bit, or no? No.
Not yet.
She was
he told me I could meet his boyfriend. He said, I want to be with you, but I also want to be with my boyfriend, he said.
Well, on a morning where Clay Aiken Tari is announcing to the world that he's excited about being one who's expecting a child.
Right.
Although he's never officially come out of the closet, has he?
No.
No.
But doesn't this seal the deal on Clay Aiken, though?
Well, Rosie outed him, remember?
Yeah, Rosie outed him, and Clay is kind of outing himself, being a guy in his 20s who has decided to go the artificial insemination route as opposed to having a child in a more customary way.
Yes.
For him to pretty much be admitting that I'm looking forward to being the father of this child, and yes, this was an artificial insemination with a good friend of mine, isn't that pretty much run the gamut on all he needs to do to explain that I am a homosexual without actually saying the word?
Some could, yeah.
No one's left with any doubt now, right?
Well, no, and when I read the story, I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, this seals the deal. No one, not that anyone was confused before, but in case there was one last person who felt like it was a situation that because he never said it, it doesn't mean it's so. This pretty much seals the deal.
Was it him saying he wants a son, or was the woman saying, I need a donor?
I don't think that she's going to raise the child with him. I think she's giving this to him kind of like in almost a gift-type fashion when the child is born. I don't think they're going to be mother and father together. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
I don't think they've actually come out and spelled it out for everyone.
I think that he's going to... I think she actually... what I read was that she wanted to have the baby, but he is going to be active
so
in the
she's
child's
going to be more
life.
the parent...
Yeah, she's going to be the single mom type thing, but...
She's like 50.
I know. But she's never... She's been divorced for a number of years.
She's going to be the grandma. And he's going to be the dad.
Okay, I got it now. Makes sense.
But
she's going to be more the active parent than him.
Yes, but he did come out and say, yes, I am going to definitely be active in this child's life.
All right, but Esmeralda, this has nothing to do with you. So back to you. Are you were you falling in love with this man? Had you fallen in love with this man? Where do you stand with this man?
Well, look, he was married for 15 years, right? And I've known him since I was 13 years old, but back then he was 26. We went out on a date. You know, and I told him when I found out how old he was, I told him, you know what, I can't be with you. You're too old. So in the past, in December, he
finally broke you down after all the years he tried to have sex with you. He finally broke you down after like decades of pursuing you. Am I getting this right?
Yeah.
It's like he showed interest in you for decades, and you kept pushing him away. First because of age, and then because he was married, and all kinds of reasons. Then finally, over the past 6 months, you succumb and give yourself over to him. And you start a relationship with him, and now, what timing he has, after all this time, he tells you, oh, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah, he's like, I really wanted to tell Mary, but Mary would not understand.
Sounds to me pretty clear-cut. Like a guy who was chasing this girl in his mind and in reality for a good 15, 20-some-odd years of his life, finally was able to have sex with her, wanted to do it more than once, And now because he had given her years worth of, oh, why don't you give me a chance, and I'm such a great guy, and why don't you do this with me and that with me, and she kept saying no. Finally, when he got her to say yes, now he feels guilty to just move on with his life because he doesn't really like her, Terry. So he's coming up with this whole gay rap. I mean, he may be gay. There are a lot of guys who have been married and still are, and are living the lifestyle of a heterosexual man that have fear as far as identifying to the world and themselves who they really are. But I'm not so sure this is one of them.
Thank you. I knew that.
It's really not a compliment.
No, I knew that. I don't know. I guess I just wanted reaffirmation.
Do you want me to call him and grill him on his sexuality or what?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Did you ever accuse him of lying about playing the homosexual card on you or what?
I did grill him for a while. I told the whole world about it.
Wow.
And when you said to him, I don't believe that you're a homosexual, what is his response to that?
Now he says that he's not. Now he says that he's not, that he just made that up. He doesn't know why he said it. He was really drunk when he said it, and
all right, now I'm completely lost, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
What?
Good luck.
Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know what the whole point of that was, but...
She needed some kind of confirmation.
On what?
On what? I don't know. That's what she said.
What's on the top of your pile, Terry?
Well,
besides the obvious.
We were talking about Sex in the City earlier.
Yes.
Well, according to a new survey, Sex in the City apparently has had a huge influence on women and their dating approach. So I have some stats on Sex in the City.
It's changed general ways of women's mindsets going out there in the dating world.
Yep.
It's a show that had such influence over women that it reconstructed the mind.
They said, wow.
Of the average woman who was out there in the dating world.
Yes.
And on the day where the Sex and the City enterprise gets unleashed on the big screen, Terry's now going to give us what? You're going to give us...
different stats.
Statistics.
Yes.
On how Sex and the City had that big an impact on the average woman out there. Right. Okay, this better be interesting. Give me one.
I think it is.
I can start getting bored and moving on.
Okay.
What do you got?
Nothing new. According to the survey, 80% said Sex in the City made it okay for women to go out and have fun without looking for commitment.
80% of women.
Yep.
Meaning that before Sex and the City ever was known by womankind, they didn't realize they can go out and have fun without feeling
I think
like they have to get all committed to a guy.
Right.
Well, I had fun, so obviously we need to get married now.
Well, some kind of relationship.
I'm sorry, it's not like Sex and the City came out in the 70s, Terry. It's not like Sex and the City was a TV show that came out in the early 80s. Women realized that they could go out and screw guys and move on with their lives before Sarah Jessica Parker made it okay.
Yes. However, you have to admit that it probably wasn't as open and as flaunted and as, hey, I can just go ahead and be all
It
fun
glamorized the life of the single woman. It made the single woman not feeling so bad about herself for being by herself.
Definitely.
Like going home and grabbing a tub of Ben & Jerry's. You felt like you had a friend in whoever Sarah Jessica Parker's part is. What's her name on the show? Anyone? Carrie. Carrie. Carrie?
Carrie.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie?
However you say it.
With an A or an E?
I think it's with an A.
K-E or C-A?
I think it's C-A-R-R-I-E.
C-A-R. Carrie. Carrie?
Carrie. I'm not from New York. Carrie.
That's a New York accent? Carrie?
Carrie is definitely East Coast, I think.
Well, it's good to identify the difference between the spelling of Carrie and Carrie. If your name was Carrie, would you want everyone pronouncing it Carrie?
Carrie. C-A-R-R-I-E is Carrie. I care about you.
What's K-E-R-Y?
Carrie.
And what's C-A-R-I?
Carrie.
And
all the same.
And the difference there is?
There's no Carrie. Carrie? Gary?
Okay.
You guys
Caramel?
Why does it even have to even go there?
Why should there be two names with completely two different spellings that sound exactly the same in your
Well,
word?
it's funny like that.
Oh, my
Plenty of
God.
names spelled differently but sound the same.
Oh, yeah? Give me another example.
Megan and Megan with H.
Well, that's the same name, though.
M-E-G-H-N or M-E-G-A-N?
It's the same name, though, but Carrie and Kerry are two different names.
I don't think so, but whatever.
Obviously, you don't, because you pronounce them the same.
They are the same.
If you name your daughter Carrie, C-A-R-R-Y.
No one says Carrie, though.
R-I-E.
Or you name it K-E-R-Y, you're going a whole different direction. Not a completely different direction, but it's two different names. Megan spelled with a G-H, which I've never heard of.
I am
stupid.
Whoa, you know.
And Megan spelled in a different spelling is still the same name. So whatever. Anyway. How do we get started on this? Because you're stupid, Sarah.
Because her name is C-A-R-R-I-E on the show.
Right, her name is Carrie.
I just spent a weekend with a C-A-R-R-I-E, and no one said Carrie.
So we're going to sit here and now spell out her name and not say it.
You were all calling her Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very nice of you. When
that's what she calls herself.
Carrie?
Well, she doesn't know any better. It's really a shame when someone doesn't know how to pronounce their own name.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie and Carrie.
Yes.
Got it.
How do you say it, Terry?
Carrie?
Now, here's a woman.
Oh, don't get started on her names. Holy crap. Carrie.
Carrie. But in your world, you pronounce it Terry, so she's right.
Terry, yeah. Makes sense.
There you go.
I pronounce it the way the person who owns the name likes it to be pronounced.
How do you pronounce T-A-F-F-Y when you eat it?
Taffy.
Taffy?
T-A-F-F-Y is taffy.
Well, how come you can say taffy, but you can't say Carrie?
They're different words.
It's the same concept.
It's like Carrie. So you say Gary.
So you can say taffy, but you can't say Carrie.
How do you say G-A-R-Y?
Gary.
Gary?
How do you... Gary.
Gary.
Gary?
Yeah.
Like a
Gary.
G-E-R-Y?
Yeah. It's like
Gary. Like Gary and
Gary. Gary.
Well, how do you say C-A-T? Ket?
You say cat.
Thank you. So you obviously are capable of saying it the way I say it.
The wrong way.
Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
Kitty's different than cat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's kitty, kitty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But do you pet the cat or do you pet the cat?
It's the cat. Yeah, it's not the cat.
You don't pet the cat.
Right.
It would be weird to pet the cat, wouldn't it?
Probably is Gary, but people just get lazy and say Gary.
So your mouth has the ability to pronunciate the C-A kind of, or the C-A properly, right? You could say cat, but you can't say Carrie.
Pronunciate, yes.
Wow.
You were going around all weekend calling this girl Carrie when her name is Carrie.
She likes Carrie.
Heaven forbid a cat should walk in the room. She'd feel really bad about herself. But whatever. Show. You said yesterday you had a stat you wanted to give away a gift card. You know, I'm saving up a lot of these gift cards for a very big moment.
Oh, I'm sure.
To come next week.
I trust you.
Don't you know?
Totally.
Yes.
With that.
And I hope a lot of carriers and carries will call in to be a part of that big moment, Terry.
I'm sure.
What if I got to the same person?
I don't care anymore.
Didn't realize.
I'm done carrying. I feel like an old man.
You should be done. Yeah, so why don't you get in your car and drive home? Anyway.
Yes.
What is the stat that you wanted to share with us yesterday? Maybe this can be used as a way to give away just one.
Just one.
Gas or a gift or overall credit type card situation right now.
All right.
As I have a little giveaway moment time at this moment. Okay. What do you have?
What % of men think the manliest way to drink a beer is straight?
Wait. Were you done with your little Sex and the City little stats? You weren't.
No.
How many did you give us?
Just one.
We got so busy discussing such important issues. Yes. All right, give us a couple more of those, and then give us your little beer stat or whatever it is.
Another stat that they found is that 55% of women said it made them date more like men.
Sex and the City made them date more like men.
Yes.
Thanks to Sex and the City, women were out there running around the streets of America dating more like a man does.
Yes.
Get their fly open and their schlong hanging out or what? That's how I date.
Wow, really?
Get things started.
Okay.
All right, what else?
43% said that Sex and the City allowed women to be unfaithful.
Well, this is really a nice influence that Sex and the City has on the female population, wouldn't you know, Terry? Women are out there cheating on their man. They're dating like a man.
Yep. And last...
Does that mean they're slipping roofies in their men's drinks or what?
Maybe so.
Because that's how men are dating.
That is true. Some are.
Don't care if you like me because it's not going to matter in an hour. Right, Dumpy? Indeed. Okay.
By the way, my wife just told me one of the theaters is sold out, so they can't get
Really?
One of the theaters she was planning on going to see, one of the theaters she had targeted as the theater for her and her group of friends.
At 8:30 a.m.
Well, they weren't going to go see it at 8:30 a.m., but she was going to buy the tickets before work this morning? I see.
Sold out.
I think plenty.
Already sold out? Really? People care that much about this movie? Is this Star Wars? What the hell's going on here?
I don't think this movie's going to make like $100 million. I don't think this movie's going to make $75 million. And yet, Pasty's giving me weird looks. So he doesn't respond to much from the other side of the glass, but he just gave me the weirdest look. Like you're way off.
Your fly's undone, dude. Good
I'm ready to date you, Pasty. Why are you giving me a weird look on this one?
I think it's going to be big.
Well, big could mean $50 million. I don't think it's going to be a $75 million weekend grossing movie.
Let's talk about my Magnum.
What are you expecting?
No, I see easy $50 million in the first weekend. Easy.
I'll set the over-under at $59 million. You going over?
I'm going to go over that. Yep.
Wow. How much you want to wager? T-Man Sportsbook is opening real quick.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much. Sex and the City opening weekend starts tonight. You're saying it's going to be $60 million or over, and I say $59 million and under. How much you want to bet?
I'll take that.
How much you want to bet?
$100.
$100?
Oh, stop it.
I want to parlay the under with minus the points, and I want to get 4-1 odds on that, please.
Mm-hmm. But carry you so very?
Different.
Let's see here. So I want to take this bet. I don't know if I really want Pasty handing me $100, Terry. So either way, it's like a lose-lose for me.
Well,
because Pasty has this real pasty face. He's gonna be really sad if he hands me $100.
When he's handing you $100, it won't be Pasty.
I'm gonna feel really guilty to take his money and everything like that, Terry. So I don't know if I'm gonna take his bet for that reason. Not because I'm acting like some chicken grab here. I'm just saying that I don't want to win this bet and have Pasty hand me $100 on Monday and making it like he's all sad about it with his horn room glasses and his side part, Terry.
There you go, dude. Definitely not gonna be able to pay bills this week.
I don't need that. All right?
Definitely not eating this month.
Mm-hmm.
But here, enjoy.
Pasty, you want to make it a gentleman's bet?
Let's make it a gentleman's bet.
And that way, all we have on the line is our pride.
Sounds good. That's fine with me.
Okay, let's double down on the pride.
Nice.
And whoever loses this bet has lost double pride. I'm taking $59 million and under. You're taking $60 million and over for Sex and the City. Believe me, don't get me wrong. I think women are going to go in droves.
Right. Well,
but because you're eliminating almost all of the male population, how are you going to do over $60 million?
I think more guys are going than you think.
Right.
I do too.
I think you're wrong. I think women are going in groups, just like Pasty.
That I don't disagree with, but I also think
like
that
Hotshot's wife, he's not being dragged.
No, but
run crap in my house, suckers. Have fun.
It's a possibility you might get dragged only because your parents are in town.
Yeah, even with that, I said I'm not being dragged. Okay. I don't think. Anyway,
I'll be taking drags.
But I think though. I mean, we already heard from a listener who was dragged by his fiancé.
If I go, I'll be dressed in it. Anyway,
hey, well, you won't get your ass kicked by our group then.
Yeah, if I'm dressed in it, then I may not be spotted so quickly. Anyway, but I'll be in it anyway.
Gay's all ready to go. So
Gay's going.
Oh yeah.
This little. Well, come on, that's Gay phone operator, Jerry. Not the most masculine fellow in the world. Let's be honest.
Can't wait.
All right. But the point is that one theater, the theater that your wife was most thinking was the theater she was going to go to. She even realized that it may be a tough ticket, so she thought she was going to be in the clear. She got her tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, one of her friends who doesn't work went down there and it sold out.
Mm-hmm. Well, let this be known to people, to women around the areas that you can hear us right now. If you ladies thinking you're going to go get your little cackly fun night on, you better be thinking about a theater that actually still has tickets for Sex and the City. But Pasty's not understanding that when you eliminate one gender, you're not going to do over $60 million. This is the easiest bet I'm ever going to win.
All right, well.
Slam dunk. $59 million and under I got. It'll probably be in the range of, I'm guessing, $49 million to $55 million. That's what I'm thinking, Terry. And it's all going to be, of that $55 million in ticket sales that they're going to do, 54.5 of it is going to be vagina.
I'll be dialed in. Can't wait to see the number on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just brought up Sunday. I know it makes everybody sick.
It's not to say I wouldn't bet other people money, but I can't have Pasty hand me money.
All right.
Come on. How about lunch or something? You owe me 10 lunches. Yeah, it'll never get paid, and then you'll continue to owe him lunch. It'll bring it up.
Basically, the gentleman's double down on the pride bet is good with you, right?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
He's in a fantasy league for no money. Of course it's good for him. He loves
How
betting
about
with no
if
money.
I lose, I have to wear the horn rim glasses for a week?
Oh, I want to see that.
If you lose, you have to walk around talking like this for a week.
That sounds good. I'd love that.
Oh, no. What does he have to do if he loses?
Who's he going to talk
All right, whatever. We'll just do the pride thing. Anyway, until we can think of something better. What was another stat, Terry, that you were talking about?
Well, the last stat that I had for him was that 50% said that the show made women more likely to have sex on the first date.
Oh, well, that's positive.
There you go.
Well, that made it all worth the while, there, didn't it?
Thank goodness for Sex in the City.
Mm-hmm. So women are more likely to have a one-nighter or sex on the first date with a guy because of the frickin' show Sex in the City than if it never had come about. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we can all then be thankful. Because I don't know any dude who doesn't appreciate sex on the first night. Mm-hmm. Tell us about all your sex on the first night recent experiences there, Dumpy.
Never had any.
Mm-hmm. Because you're such a loyal husband.
Indeed.
Right.
Jeez.
Okay, that's right.
Never?
Never.
He's never been to a movie either, so. He thinks they're $7.
Now, what is the little trivia question you were throwing out there? What was the little stat that you wanted
Little stat for the prize?
Yes, for the prize. The prize.
What percent of men?
First person to get within 25%, give or take, is going to be the winner. Yes, go ahead, Terry.
25%.
What percent of men think the manliest way to drink a beer is straight out of the bottle?
Even when you're at a restaurant?
Either way. Wherever you are.
Trying to look somewhat presentable, and you're sitting there at the table drinking out of the bottle. Is that kind of a low-rent way of having a respectable-looking dinner, Terry? Let's say you're at a marginal place, and that's what we all tend to go to marginal-type places, right?
Sure.
Give me the example of like an Outback Steakhouse kind of place.
Sure.
Can you sit there and drink the beer out of the bottle and everything looks fine?
Of course.
No problems, right?
Yeah, no
Australian
problem.
kind of theme, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little more laid back there.
Yeah.
Maybe like a nice steakhouse. How about like a nice steakhouse?
Well, I thought I was bringing one up. No?
Like Ruth's Chris or something.
Ruth's Chris.
Outback's a little more fun, like family fun kind of place. Where
Sure about the Bobby.
Yeah, or they have boomerangs hanging on the wall. So I don't think it's really that uppity.
Well, that sounds pretty formal to me. But anyway,
like Ruth's Chris is a nice chain that's everywhere.
Drink it out of the bottle. What was the question again? What percent of men
think the manliest way to drink a beer is straight out of the bottle?
Well,
Instead of, would you like me to pour it in the glass for you?
I don't think anyone will argue the fastest way to truly drink a beer is out of a glass, Terry.
I'm sure it is.
Can't drink out of a bottle faster than you can drink out of a glass. Don't buzz me on this.
Faster ways.
We've had enough little nitpicky fights this morning.
All right. You'll never know then.
Well, tell me. I'm just comparing. I'm not comparing any other way. I'm just comparing the glass versus the bottle. The glass is going to win every time if you're really.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, you got a faster way through a funnel. I don't know.
Sure.
Beer bong.
Of course.
2 seconds.
I'm not even considering that. But
or what's the one where you poke a hole in it and then you shotgun it?
Oh yeah.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh,
Down the hatch.
That is quick.
Even with the boomerangs on the wall, though, I don't think it's presentable to be drinking out of a funnel at the Outback Steakhouse.
I would agree with you. Unless you're going to dump gravy in there, I'm out.
Dumpy, you're a drink out of a glass type of guy, or you're straight from the bottle?
Straight from the bottle.
From the bottle.
We went to the Space Needle. They said, you want a glass? Give me the bottle.
Get it right from the source.
Damn right.
Straight from Augie Bush himself.
That's right.
All right, Terry, let's let people ponder that.
Okay.
Very important question of the morning.
Sure.
And when we get back, a $100 gift card will be on the line.
The T-Man Show.